Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word.
YEARCAST mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Podcast begin.
Dave, did you happen to watch Man Finds Tape?
Not yet. Jason, have you watched Man Finds Tape?
What in the world is that?
It's a found footage
new
film.
found footage film, but it's produced by Benson and Moorhead, who did some excellent movies that you've probably seen, like The Endless or...
Yeah,
He
follow
actually-
those guys on social media, and I'm surprised I've not heard of this project.
You should definitely watch it. I don't want to say anything because I'm really curious what everybody has to say about it.
Where is it up?
It's rentable on Amazon. I think it just
Yeah.
went up yesterday. We covered it as like a movie
okay.
that deserves more hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this reason.
Yeah.
You can say how you feel about it. It's funny because of we just watched, we like don't tell each
We're
other.
so guarded about how we feel about movies. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not going to cover it.
Are we not?
so.
I think it's well made, but I think it's just kind of I was a little let down by it.
All right.
But very well made.
Well, by the time people listen to this, I will have watched it.
Moorhead does the effects in it, the visual effects.
Nice.
So it's very much like The Endless. So that's the effects
Okay,
are
cool.
anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's at the very least it's very well made. It's a very interesting way to do a found footage movie.
Okay, I'm into it.
And I remember in your Deserves More Hype segment, you talk about like there's some scenes that sort of just ambush you because they begin as like innocuous found footage scenes, and then it just something very suddenly will happen that you didn't expect, and it becomes like kind of chilling. There's definitely one or two times where that genuinely got me.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I'm excited for that.
I had forgotten you'd said that about it though, so I may have ruined that. But
Sorry.
but it doesn't do it so often that anyway, it's well made, but I was a little let down by it ultimately. Anyway, still worth a watch.
This has been our quick
Tape.
we just watched for Man Finds Tape.
Man Finds Tape.
Welcome to YEARCAST.
Welcome to
folks.
YEARCAST.
Welcome to 2026, our first podcast of 2026.
This is good. This is it officially. This is going to be the first thing we release.
I think so.
Cool.
If we play our cards right and everything goes well, unless we have to put out like an apology or something for something else we did.
Give me time.
Yeah. I'm one of your hosts, David Bell.
I'm another host, Tom Ryman.
And who else is here? Who's that?
Hello, I am guest Jason Pargin, and this is going to be a positive show because I like the slate of movies that's going to come out in 2026, unless they all get delayed. I thought 2025 was a pretty good year for film. I think that you're starting to see the pipeline of post-MCU dominance stuff, and it looks pretty decent so far. You've got some good creators making some good stuff.
Yeah, we did a year end we just watched, and it was very funny. Tom couldn't even recall that there was a Captain America last year.
That floored me. That stunned me.
It continues to be like at least,
and
like,
I thought it was fine. Like I liked it.
Yeah, that's the thing is like everything last year I thought was pretty fun. I watched the new Mission Impossible. Pretty fun.
I still need to watch that.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. Generally speaking, horror it continues to be great.
Sorry,
but
I
Jason,
feel I owe it to Tom Cruise. He's out there dangling himself off all this bullshit. I got
off of
at least,
planes.
yeah. Jesus, man, Jesus.
I will say the most tense scene was probably one of the more CGI focused scenes, less practical stunt. It was the submarine stuff.
He's
which
older
was
than
still
any
practical,
guidance
but-
counselor I ever had. And he's out here dangling from biplanes
Yeah.
for
Jason,
our
thank thank you for being on with us to discuss the next year of movies. But before we get started, do you want to tell anybody anything about things that you may or may not be doing?
So the next book is going to go up for pre-order probably sometime this month or maybe in February. It will be book 5 in the John Dies at the End series. If you have found the paperback of my last book, I'm starting to worry about this Black Box of Doom. That has a free preview chapter from book 5 of the John Dies at the End series, and it also reveals the title of that book. But you can only find that out if you buy the paperback, or if you go to a place that has the paperback and you just pick it up and look at it and then put it back, which will cost you nothing. Please don't do that, though. Please go ahead and buy it. You could also just go on the internet and ask someone who has read it what the title is, and they will easily tell you that also would be free.
But
please go ahead and pay the $37 a paperback book costs these days. It is frankly outrageous. The prices of books is driven entirely by author greed. All of the money goes to us. The publishers, there's all this consolidation. The publishers cannot stay afloat because authors like me are like, no. Pay whatever your financial problems are. You need to be sending us the cheese. You need to be backing up the cheese truck.
mm-hmm.
Got to be able to
Need
wait
that cheese.
Snatch it out of your children's hands.
That's
Make
right.
them watch me eat it.
You're doing so 5 John Dies at the End. That's Hunger Games numbers. Like you're doing Hunger's Games.
That's true. You've reached Hunger Games territory.
That's more books than Thomas Harris wrote in his whole life. The guy that wrote the Hannibal Lecter books.
Including Black Monday or whatever it's called.
He writes like one book every 15 years. I'm cranking these suckers out.
We need a young adult series based off this, right? And then like a prequel series about like John as like a kid. Like they could really go nuts.
One of them needs to
find.
find out they're secretly Anubis's nephew or something.
Yeah.
And then they get to go to school.
Would make a great streaming series after Stranger Things has finished, when the world needs something else in that tone. That would be, hey, boy, if there's somebody out there who approves projects like that,
Yeah.
hit me up. That would be a perfect. You're going to have all of these books worth of material to draw from. Wouldn't cost more than probably $300 million a season to film.
Yep.
Which is the going rate. That's half of Andor, I think.
Yeah. 4 episodes a season every 7 years.
Yeah.
We will
release. Stretch this out. It will finish in 2042.
We just need $80 million an episode. It's not.
The characters who are supposed to be like youthful and in their early 20s. By season 3, they're going to be 46. It's going to be so painfully obvious they've got grandchildren and they're still trying to play.
One of them will have died.
The one will have died. I have to have a CGI recreation. The way they're going to bring back Paul Walker to the X series, they're just gonna have an AI playing him.
Any of you guys watch the new season of Stranger Things?
Not yet.
I've said it before. They are adult men. It's just adult men dressed with like backpacks and high school gear, and it's just like, get those adult men out of there.
Yeah, it's a little unnerving.
To be clear, we are not. It's totally fine that these people have aged. The march of time.
It's called
it's
time.
Not their fault at all. It's not anyone's fault that I think Millie Bobby Brown has gotten married and then gotten divorced and I think remarried and has 2 children and is still playing like a child. That's not her fault. It's not her fault that it took them 10 years to do these 4 seasons of TV that back in my youth, by now there would be 300 episodes of this show. Like the X-Files.
How many MASH by now?
How many episodes of the X-Files were there? Wasn't like 250, something like that?
210 or something, I think.
Like by now there would be a freaking Christmas episode of Stranger. There would be a clip show where they just get stuck in a cave and have to reminisce about their adventures. And hey, remember when we fought this thing? This is what's I don't get me off on this subject, but this is what's so frustrating about the current like TV landscape. Is like a show like Reacher. They're doing like 8-episode seasons. It's like, no, this is Reacher. He travels the country helping people in need and beating up bad guys.
It's the Incredible Hulk. Like, if anything, it's the A-Team. Like, we
should be 25 episodes at a minimum, and the break between seasons should be 3 months. You take the summer off, and then you're back with more Reacher. Don't sit there and it's like, well, no, we've got to have time to develop the scripts. The 3 of us, give us 1 week. We will write you 250 episodes of Reacher. Everyone will culminate in a shootout in a warehouse with a series of bad guys. It's fine.
It'll be great.
It will be it'll be fine. This was the tried and true method of. There's like 4,000 episodes of the show Gunsmoke.
Yep.
People never got tired of it. If they just kept making it, they could have kept making it to this day.
There are 38 episodes of Stranger Things. 38 over 10 years.
And they just slopped them, man. They have no idea what they even had. They just dropped it. Remember, it was no fanfare, no build up, no release push. They just farted it out on the platform with very little push.
Yeah, it's weird. My complaint, because Stranger Things is the perfect show to have 20 fucking episodes a season. Like, it's perfect for that. I would watch so much Stranger Things.
Yeah. It's hard. The reason it's hard for the only reason we haven't watched it yet, because I'm like you, where it's just like, yeah, it's fine. I know it's not like good or whatever, but it's Stranger Things.
Exactly. It doesn't need to blow me away. It doesn't need to be fucking The Wire, you know?
It's just hard for us to get to it right now because we have a wee one, and you know, it's like Bush League scary, but like it's way too scary for a little kid.
Yeah.
You know, so we have to like plan our Stranger Thing viewings around when the baby's awake.
Right. You got to harden that baby, Tom.
I will. Don't worry. We're getting started. I'm gonna hit her with the Dark Crystal in The Land Before Time pretty early.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you got to teach them about just the apocalypse and loss.
Right. Sit her down and explain to her. Listen, I'm gonna die, and so's your mom.
And so is everybody. The world is
these dinosaurs will explain it to you.
Yeah. So I guess what we're going to do for this podcast is just talk about the next year of movies, right? We don't have trailers to go through. We just have, I used firstshowing.net is very good with having just every fucking movie slated. But I also dug around a little. So we have every month of movies and then some, a little into 2027 or things that aren't specified. And I guess we could just start going through this list, right? Starting with January.
Yeah, why not?
And what we can expect.
Because as the schedule goes on, you have less and less information. Like in January, those movies are coming. Like we've got trailers, we've got everything. By the time you hit about July on this list, there's no trailer, and then getting into stuff in the fall, like they don't even know what the movie's going to be about. It's just like whatever. There's a Clayface movie. Well, we'll figure out by October. We'll figure out what it's Clayface. Right. It's DC. It's going to be wacky. It's a James Gunn property. It's it's one of those. We'll have
some of these. Yeah, some of these I don't think are even being shot yet. Like some of them are still in pre-production. But they're
listen.
Yeah, they're like
Uncle Buck went from pre-production to home video in less than 12 months.
Really?
Yes.
That's wild. Because what I've been learning just through personal experience And actually, if you
I
look up
know.
any movie, the making of
It's
is
like 2
like
years.
so it went into pre-production in 1988, and it got passed to this director, then this, and then there was a new script of it, and then this, and finally in 2001 they shot it. It took a month to shoot, and then it was out that year. You know, where it's like pre-production is just 99% of all of these movies.
Let's put it this way. On this list of films, we have a cliffhanger sequel, as in a reboot of the Sylvester Stallone movie from 1993. That movie has been in development since 1994.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a sequel to Cliffhanger, and it went on so long that Sylvester Stallone got so old that they're like, well, we can't put him in it now. He'll die.
I've got one thing to say. Fuck that. Put him in it. He looks like a mountain. He can climb it.
I just want like a version where he's at the bottom of the mountain, the young person climbs it, and he's like, I'll meet you at top. Yeah, and then he just like kind of takes a helicopter to the end of the movie or something like that. They can make it work.
I love cliffhanger.
So anyway, January is the most fascinating time of year for films because you get Oscar bait and the absolute turds that the studio could not figure out where else to put. So you can look at the schedule and just go turd, Oscar bait, turd, Oscar bait. It's all just lumped together.
You also get like indie stuff that they're just like, this is weird and we don't know what else to do with it.
Maybe here.
So,
although I feel like that's becoming less of a hard and fast rule than it used to be. Like January is still a dumping ground, but it's not like as bad of a dumping ground as it used to be. As we're sort of figuring out that like blockbusters can come out in March, April, February, or it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's,
the more we do that, we'll talk about that once we get to the end of the year. But
like obviously, speaking of Oscar bait, the very first thing on our list is Primate. That's right there.
Primate. Some people will have already seen Primate when they're listening to this.
We will be covering Primate probably this week that you're listening to this.
That's one of those, as someone who's trying to write movies, that's one of those premises where the moment I saw the trailer, I was like, fuck!
God damn it.
Fuck! You could have written this? This is so
It was right there.
Yeah. What if a monkey attacked people? It's like, that happens.
I've seen the documentary. It's awful. I remember
Jason,
when
have
it
you seen the trailer for this?
And all I can think of is that there's a time in history when they would have shot this with a real monkey, whatever type of monkey this is, and the behind the scenes stories would have been so harrowing. Like, it actually attacked several crew members. It took us 3 monkeys to finish production because they kept having to be put down. Like, no, it's all CGI and it's all CGI and puppets now. But there was a time in the 1950s, 60s when every show had a monkey on it. America had monkey fever, or an orangutan, or there's that Clint Eastwood movie where it was like him with a monkey sidekick.
Yeah,
it's like,
which way but lose,
don't look into the making of any of those.
Don't Google that Milo. Notice.
If you've seen a monkey in a movie, it's there with violence.
Yeah, you're seeing a very
seeing
sad
abuse
creature. I remember watching like Life of Pi? Is that the one I'm thinking of with the
tiger?
lion, the tiger?
Yeah.
And thinking like, the CGI tiger doesn't look great. And then reading about how they almost drowned a real tiger making it, and I'm like, you know what? CGI tiger's fine.
It's like RRR. Just we don't care. We don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, if you come out the other end of your movie like we drowned a tiger, I'm like, wasn't worth the movie.
No. Just I don't need the animal to look like photorealistic. Just make it look good enough, and then catapult it out of a flaming truck.
Yeah, I think a lot about Operation Dumbo Drop because that was a puppet elephant. I do
it was
believe,
a puppet.
right?
They did not drop a real elephant out of a plane.
But you have to when you're watching the trailer,
that was
you have
discussed.
to wonder.
That was discussed.
Like, does anybody have an elephant they don't care about?
But you'll see these movies from the olden days where an adventure has to like wrestle an alligator, and sometimes the alligator is just this sad rubber thing that's not moving around, and he's having to like move its limbs around. But then other times there's like just a very sleepy, clearly sedated real alligator, and the guy's like putting it under chokehold. Like, oh, they sedated an alligator, and this guy just choked it on set.
Yeah. It's just drugged up alligator.
I think a lot of those movie bears are declawed and defanged.
Yeah. Even I was watching Always Sunny, and they have a cat in one scene, and you look at the cat, and the cat's like 1,000-yard stare, and you're like, oh, that is a drugged up cat. Just this doped up cat. Like, why is Danny DeVito holding me right now? It doesn't matter.
But back to Primate. The actual event that it's sort of inspired by is like horrific enough that you could have just made a movie about that event. So like,
right.
It's just like, well, yeah, of course, just make a movie about a killer chimp.
Yeah,
that's pretty scary.
In a house,
chimp right up in your face. That's really scary.
Yeah,
they like to remove faces.
Yeah, they don't like that.
They do not like faces.
Yeah,
yeah. Nobody Google the story they're referencing. It's not. Yeah. It's fine. Don't. Yeah. What they said is all you need to know about it.
Yeah.
Don't look at the pictures. It's.
Oh, definitely don't do that. They did a documentary about that orangutan lady that I guess you could watch on Hulu or whatever it was, but. Probably just do what Jason said. Probably just do what Jason said.
And if someone's like, you want to buy this monkey, just say no.
No.
No one comes out of that.
No.
Yeah, they're not pets at all.
Should we talk about this one? This one jumped out at me. Greenland 2, Migration. I haven't watched Greenland 1.
It's a movie I reviewed for Collider when I worked there. It's a weird one to do a sequel to because it's not like a fun movie. It's not like a movie you would expect for a Gerard Butler disaster movie. Like, it's not Geostorm. It's really dark and serious. It's like a very like gritty look at what the end of the world might look like, and like a national sort of lottery type system of who gets to go into the safe arcs or whatnot. It's like not a fun watch at all, particularly not when it came out, which was at the beginning of lockdown.
Right.
Yeah, it came out January of 2020, and it made no money at the box office, as nothing at the time did. It had a low budget. I think it's like $60 million, but I don't think it made back 30 because there just weren't theaters that were still letting people in because of the COVID hoax, because of the they faked that virus to trick people into getting the vaccine, and this is one of many victims of that. Gerard Butler. But to be serious for a moment, I can't make heads or tails of what movies get greenlit and don't. I can't.
I think it's wild how much original IP, how much that goes for people where they're like, yeah, we made one already. If you keep it under this budget, we'll make a second one, I guess. Maybe make it an action version this time. Maybe he'll just beat up a bunch of people. That's what I want, but...
I guess maybe they use the first one, like if it does a certain threshold, maybe they sort of kind of look at it as a proof of concept. And like, well, we can make another one of these, like Dave was saying, for X amount of money, and we'll know we'll get about X amount of money.
Yeah,
I think they probably
done great on streaming is all I can say. It must have, but maybe at that time everybody was locked inside, and just the numbers, because like if you look at the stats for things like Twitch viewership, it just spikes through the roof starting in January, February, March of 2020 because people couldn't leave the house. So I hope they're not looking at those numbers and saying, "Wow, people have Gerard Butler Greenland fever." We got 3 times the expected streaming stats on this. It's like, yeah, they couldn't leave the house. I don't know that you're releasing this into the same environment 5 years later. I don't know who remembers
half a decade ago.
So weird.
Six now. This is 6 years ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's been 6 years. Oh my God.
I wish
Holy
them well.
shit! That was 6 years ago.
This apparently has the budget of Jurassic Park.
$60 million?
Yeah. I mean, I think part of it is they probably went like, does Gerard Butler want to do this? And he did, and they're like, all right. Let's just fucking make another.
Can he do another one of those movies where the White House gets taken over? Don't they do one of those every couple of years where another group of terrorists takes over the White House? It just keeps happening.
Angel Has Fallen in 2019.
We're due for another one.
Yeah.
He did Den of Thieves 2 last year.
He did. That was a gift.
I still need to watch it.
That was a real gift. You haven't watched
I
it?
haven't watched Den of Thieves 2 yet.
Damn.
I know.
It's a good heist one.
Real Den of Thieves hive activate.
Nothing will ever be Den of Thieves, but it's still good. We have Is This Thing On? This is the Bradley Cooper stand-up comedy.
Starring Will Arnett.
Will Arnett one.
Hey guys, when trying to figure out which of these are turds and which ones are Oscar bait, I actually can't figure out which one this is.
This is one where I remember watching the trailer and being like, oh, okay, a story about a white dude doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt so like, God, I hope they have more
This
to
feels
offer me
really,
than that,
really
'cause
weak. This movie.
that's just like, and he's going through a divorce, and it's just like
yeah,
cool, man.
Okay.
I'm not saying your problems aren't problems. I'm just saying that I don't know if I need a movie about it, but.
And I love Will Arnett.
Same.
Yes.
I think he should be way more famous than he is. Part of the problem is he just has the one character he plays. So
Yeah.
I get that this was an opportunity for him to actually show off his acting prowess, but I seriously don't know if this is going to be an awards type movie or if this is just where they dumped this weird vanity project where Bradley Cooper made the star look like himself, like made him.
It's the thing I keep mentioning lately is that remembering that art can be embarrassing. That all art is embarrassing.
It's all embarrassing.
And it's like,
yeah.
Even good art is embarrassing.
Yeah.
And this is like a good reminder of like, he made a movie just clearly about himself, I think, doing stand-up. And like, I don't know, I like Bradley Cooper. I like Will Arnett, like you said, like, and I think that all comedians have that phase where they go, I should do something serious. This feels like he's like dipping a toe in, where he's like, I'm still a comedian in this. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
I wish it was, I don't know, a more interesting premise for Will Arnett.
Yeah.
For
we have
the
a lot
both
to
of
go
them,
through.
honestly.
We don't.
Yeah, so we don't need to linger on it.
The Bone Temple is next, 28 years later. That's Nia DaCosta, not Costa, and like it's still, what's his name writing it?
Alex Garland.
Yeah, it's Alex Garland.
Isn't Cillian Murphy supposed to show up in one of these movies? I kept hearing that he was on set and he's a producer, and I thought that the whole deal is that in the third film, is this the third of these or the second?
This is the second. Of 28 years
Okay.
later, yeah.
Okay, because they've got three, and maybe it's the third one where he'll show up.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird because I don't think of him. He's not like fucking Captain America, where I'm like, I don't need him to show up. Not really. I do like how every single new 28 years later, I have no idea what this is going to be about.
Yeah.
Like it was the first one. It was like it was completely different than what I thought, and then this one is clearly focusing on Ray Fiennes more.
Character.
But it's like, is it though? Because I thought the other one was about something else and it wasn't. So like, they're just doing their own thing right now. These feel like Mad Maxes to me, where it's like they seem to be making money and they're just like, we want to do this now. And it's like, sure, no one's gonna.
They feel small enough.
Yeah, they're keeping
years
the
later
budget.
Didn't feel super expensive.
Yeah, they're keeping the budget low enough to, and this is the one genre that you can still get a little bit of a theatrical release. But also, I just feel like if you put just a poster, it's Cillian Murphy's face, movie's called The Bone Temple.
Yeah.
People gonna come out for that. It's like tell me you couldn't. Tell me there's not like a bunch of housewives who would line up for. Don't even explain that it's part of the 28 years later universe. I'm saying erase all of that branding. Just big Cillian Murphy. Maybe he's like shirtless. Movie's called The Bone Temple. Don't even release a trailer.
Yeah.
It's just like him in like a bathtub looking at that. It's just the title just comes up. Tell me you wouldn't make your money back that opening weekend. Why am I not in charge of marketing all of these movies?
Yeah. That'd be perfect. It wouldn't matter. Yeah, they might be disappointed, but you'd have their money. Like they won't. They'll stay for the whole movie too, because they'll be like, maybe the Bone Temple's coming.
Maybe the Bone Temple's coming. When are they gonna get to
Maybe
the Bone Temple?
I remember being a teenager with like Cinemax and then watching these teen sex comedies pre-internet and trying to figure out, okay, is this the type of teen sex comedy that has girls in bikinis? Or is this the type that's going to just have titties, like bare titties,
shit.
every 3 minutes? And sitting there watching it, and then after like an hour, it's like, well, now hold on. They may be saving them for the end.
The titties may be coming.
Yeah.
You don't know. It's called like
Could be on
bikini
their way.
volleyball championship sex. It's like, well, their boobs could fall out at some point. We don't know because again, you can't look the stuff up back in those days. You never heard of this film. There's no.
That's how those
There's
movies
no
make all their
IMDb.
money.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even
around
judge
for the boobs.
You couldn't even judge by the ratings because it could be PG.
It's a PG
like,
movie.
I think Revenge
Airplane.
of the Nerds was PG, and it had like sexual assault. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. The kids
There's
need to learn about that stuff somehow.
Both airplanes are PG, and there's boobs.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
sure are.
It's like, yes, it's the human body is beautiful and natural. We shouldn't hide that behind an R rating.
Yeah.
And
I
the
agree.
racism, all of the other stuff, it's like, no, it's all
all fine.
unless it's a porno, it's PG pretty much.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
We'll just put a trombone on when it comes on screen, and that'll make it okay.
Oh my God, we're still in January, so
Yeah, we
I'm
gotta-
gonna fire
Hey, we
these
got
off.
keep going.
And
Yeah.
then, okay, there's Hamnet, which I assume is about something with mechanism for catching pigs. Mercy, which we'll
No,
talk
we
about.
covered that trailer. but-
We'll talk about. The Return to Silent Hill, Send Help, the Sam Raimi film, and Shelter, the Jason Statham, and Obex, the weird indie film we covered. So we probably have to circle back to Mercy, right?
Oh
the
my
one
God,
about
the
Chris Pratt
sitting
not
in a
caring
chair.
to get up.
Chris
it is
Pratt's
from the
War of the Worlds.
It is from the people who made it's from the producer of that War of the Worlds Ice Cube movie, and they shot one with, I don't know if this was also pandemic era, but it's that same thing where it's a screen broadcast. Everything is Chris Pratt watching it through his computer, I guess. I don't know, but it looks like that War of the Worlds movie. It's got that same.
He's sitting in the chair from Virtuosity.
Yeah. I have a prediction. I
He has
think
to
we're going to
prove his
get more
own
of
innocence.
these. I think what happened is that I think these producers went around and said, so we figured out a model. And like, we just need you for like a week or less. We'll pay you this much, and we make a movie on this budget. And they banged out like 6 of these because they were like, quick, we got to make these before the first one comes out and sucks. Like, we just have to get these out before, like, get people to agree to make these first. And now we're going to start seeing them roll in. I think that's what's going to happen.
So much more money to be made by going to these stars and saying, look, we're going to release this unless you want to buy the rights to it to delete it, which we can offer you for just $30 million. Jason Momoa. Hey, remember when in summer of 2020, Jason Momoa, when you spent 3 days shooting that thing in your chair? Okay, well, we've got the movie ready to come out. We're going to show you a clip from it.
He's like, I thought I dreamt that. They're like, yeah, we kept handing you drinks the whole time, just getting you drunker.
We told you were dreaming.
Yeah.
We told you to get on the floor and thrash around as if you were being attacked by alien tentacles. Okay, well, let us show you the finished version of that scene.
No, legitimately, there's while I was working at Collider during a lot of lockdown, and I do remember reporting on this story, where it's Timur. I always mess his name up, but he's the dude that did Daywatch, I believe. No, Night Watch. Yeah, Night Watch and Daywatch and Wanted. He sort of designed this technology. Like, he really kind of pioneered it, and it's used effectively in movies like Unfriended and Searching, which are good movies. But this did get a big push during lockdown for obvious reasons. They were selling this technology for a lot of money, and like the Neil Blomkamp, I think, did one with this. We covered it. It was horrible. What was it called?
It is very difficult to write one of these films.
Yeah.
It is maybe easy to shoot them. Writing a compelling version of the story where the main character is in a chair the whole time
on their computer.
High difficulty. It can be done it is. I don't know that I could do it. I'm not claiming that I'm some sort of an award-winning author, but Neil Blomkamp, great filmmaker. When he tried to do it, it was sad.
Who can say demonic? Is that the one?
Yes.
But it's demonic spelled with like, doesn't it have like numbers in it or something?
Probably.
God. It was like a Serenity type sitch.
I just watched A House of Dynamite, the Catherine Bigelow. It is essentially a movie that they could have done this way, but she knew not to do it. Meaning that like you could have. It's one of those really tense movies where it's just people in rooms talking, and they're all on Zoom with each other. And so you could really easily do that, and she didn't do it because she knew that's still not interesting. Like it's like you're still like, okay, this character should be in a helicopter on his phone, or like running down the street on his phone, or like doing like where they're all zooming to each other, but they're actively moving around.
Well, remember we just did well, not at the time of this recording, but a few weeks ago at the time of this recording, we did Die Hard on Die Hard 2 on a movie night. And we were talking about how one of the things that connects those movies is how all the characters are on like a party line speaking to each other. That's like a thing that's common throughout the first the first 4 Die Hard movies. But like, if you made Die Hard like a Screen Life movie, would really be Die Hard.
Right.
You could technically have made it that way because everybody's like on Zoom with each other. Yeah, but anyway.
Should we move to February?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to start rattling a bunch of them off, and then we can go back. We have Cold Storage, Dracula, A Love Tale, The Strangers Chapter 3, Crime 101, that movie about crime near the 101, Goat,
oh yeah,
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, Wuthering Heights, How to Make a Killing, Psycho Killer, and Scream 7. Go. What's popping out?
Well, The Strangers Chapter 3 is fascinating because that's the thing where they shot all 3 of those movies, I think, back to back to back to save money with the assumption that they would would do well. And the first one did okay. The second one bombed. And now they've got this third one. It's like, well, February it is. There you go. And then
I haven't seen one of those.
I started one of them and got bored.
It's Rennie Harlan.
The first one?
Aren't these new ones? Hold on.
One of them. That's right. I remember that. I remember talking about that in a Hypecast now. Have you seen these, Jason?
I saw the original. I've not seen any follow-up because it did not seem like a franchise that needed an extended universe or anything else. It's contained.
Not really spoiling it because they show this in the trailer, but I thought the whole kind of like twist or kind of like part that was unique about The Strangers is the reveal that they're not doing it for any particular reason.
Yeah. That's the whole reason it's scary. That's the whole point.
So like doing multiple of them is kind of like, yeah. Okay.
All 3 of these are Rennie Harlan films.
Sweet.
Famous for
Cliffhanger himself.
Oh, yeah. No. Once upon a time, he was king of the world, but that was a while ago.
I think he's not a horror guy. He did The Covenant. Remember The Covenant? He did Devil's Pass. He's done a lot of like...
He was more an action dude. He did Die Hard too.
Yeah, it's just you give him 3 horror movies. I don't know what you're going to...
Cutthroat Island ended his career as a guy who was given $200 million to make a movie, and now and likewise this Dracula Love Tales from Luc Besson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he's been doing. Again, Once Upon a Time, he did The Fifth Element. Once Upon
Valerian,
a Time was,
I think, was his last. Well, he's probably done something in between then, but that was the last one I remember.
A lot of these guys are just in
he got some allegations.
Jail.
Yeah, he did some stuff that it seems like was enough for people to go like, you know what, you go over there.
So he's been writing a lot, but not directing as much. He wrote that movie with Guy Pearce in space. Sorry,
what was that one?
It's called I think it was called Lockdown, where Guy Pearce has to infiltrate like a space prison.
Jesus Christ, I think I've watched that.
We have. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
I don't remember that.
Guy Pearce is fun in it.
Goat is the animated movie about a goat playing basketball. Not like Air Bud. It's in a world where everybody's an animal, but he's he's like an underdog because he's going up against much bigger, stronger, fiercer animals. Because goats famously are not known for being good at basketball, probably because of their hooves.
Right.
But this is produced by Steph Curry, NBA, maybe greatest NBA player of all time, top 5. And it's so hinting in the trailer that it's like autobiographical. It's about his overcoming the challenges in his life to become an all-time great, which is fine. It's an inspirational tale for the youths, but Steph Curry is the son of NBA star Del Curry, who played for like 15 years. Steph Curry grew up as a toddler around NBA superstars. He grew up a multimillionaire and had access to all of the best coaches, trainers, could play ball in the backyard with Michael Jordan if he wanted to. Like, he had the absolutely every single possible advantage a human can have in any field at any time, at any point in history, from genetic to financial to situation to everything, health, everything. And it would be hilarious if they made a cartoon about that.
Yeah.
About a goat
incredible.
who had a fairly smooth path to success.
Had it all.
This worked out great. Thank you, God, for declaring me one of life's winners.
I like how only recently we've
There's
had
a lot
two
of people
movies.
in this movie. Sorry.
Oh, there are. No, it's just funny that only recently, and I can't say the other movie because it kind of spoils it. There's been 2 sports movies where they go, "Oh, goat! Like, what if that was a literal goat?" It's like we just realized.
Just
How
stop
can that
there.
be? What is that a spoiler for? The Odyssey? What?
it is technically a spoiler for something.
for a 2025 film.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to see this, but it's not for me. So
No,
No.
but
what are you going to do?
I might
Also,
watch
Wuthering
it.
Heights is going to be that's their Valentine's Day. That will make $1 billion. I think that.
Oh
that's
yeah,
from
it looks real sexy.
Yes.
That's from who's that? Who's the filmmaker made?
Isn't it? It's
I
a
gotta look it up
Saltburn.
real quick.
I assume
made
it's Saltburn.
It's the Saltburn.
Oh, Emerald Fennel.
Yeah.
It looks real hot.
Yeah, I think we should also select what of each month we're most excited for. Just going back 28 years later is probably it for me. Send Help, the Sam Raimi film.
Yeah,
But
it's either going to be Send Help or, if I'm being honest, Primate.
yeah, this month I think it's Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, the Gore Verbinski one.
Man,
But you're
Gore,
right, Wuthering Heights is going to be. We're going to see 5 of those, right?
probably.
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Very quickly, that's Gore Verbinski having been allowed out of director jail. Like, I think he hasn't made something in 10 years because he made a flop in 2016. It's like, nope, you don't get to direct for a long time. But prior to that, had made the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, had made The Ring, had
Mouse Hunt.
made a bunch of monster hits, and then was put into director jail. So this Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. It's Sam Rockwell as a time traveler coming back to like tell people in the present to like stop AI or something, but it's a very slapstick, wild action comedy thing. Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, we covered it on a Hypecast. I'm rooting for this movie. Gore Verbinski's movies just always they almost get me, but not quite. So, like, I really like the first Pirates movie. Everything else there's something that's just I don't know. They're too long usually.
I gotta watch A Cure for Wellness again. That felt like
I've
a
not
movie that
seen
was a
that
little
one.
ahead of its time. Like, it's too long. It's very operatic. It feels like something that like Guillermo del Toro would knock out of the park, if I recall. But I gotta rewatch it.
I gotcha, but I'm willing to give this one a shot.
Yeah.
Gore Verbinski's, I don't know. Anyway, I already said everything I needed to say about that.
Any
one.
other thoughts on this month? It's weird that Scream 7's just passing me by, but it is.
Yeah,
where
who
I'm
cares?
like,
They had to completely abandon the original idea, and anyway.
yeah. We're also going to get less movies as we keep going, I noticed, so we'll be fine. So we have for March, The Bride, Pixar's Hoppers, and Project Hail Mary. The last one, I believe the trailer spoiled the shit out of.
Yes,
I've been trying to avoid the trailer.
I haven't watched
So
it.
this is the spiritual sequel to The Martian. It's from the author of that book made another book that has a very similar plot, and some people will think, oh, it's just The Martian again. It's a guy having to go into space alone and save the world. It has I have to spoil the fact that it has a twist, because that's the reason I'm telling you not to watch the trailer, because the trailer spoils it. The book is based entirely on you not knowing this thing. The marketing of the book, which was a huge blockbuster because The Martian sold tens of millions of copies, and so did Project Hail Mary. It's based entirely on a kind of, it hides the cover of the book, the blurbs, everything hid what the book is really about. And so it is very effective in that way. I think you will enjoy the film much, much more if you also go in not knowing anything. And if I've made you curious and now you're going to go Google it, that's your own fault. I can't control your actions. But I think some trailers still do give away way too much. I just think I think this could have been sold as big budget sci-fi. It is Ryan Gosling in space alone having to tackle a crisis with the tone of The Martian, where it's like very clever and very smart. And I feel like that would have sold it, but they were like, no, people are going to be afraid it's just The Martian again. But people love that movie. I don't know.
It's weird because I could see like The Martian, like the first offer of this having to explain a lot to get people in, but all that you have to say this time is, remember The Martian? Like, you liked that. Like, this is the same. Like, just have some confidence in it. This was spoiled for me because I saw the trailer in a theater and like I didn't know to fucking get out of there in time. But like, seriously, if you see this in a theater, get out. Go take a whiz or something if you can. It's just a bummer.
The
when
trailer,
they do that.
you mean?
The trailer,
you see the
right?
trailer in the theater? I'm going to try to avoid it. I'm going to try to read the book actually before it comes out.
The audiobook is apparently spectacular. I read the book. The audiobook apparently is one of the best audiobooks ever recorded. Like, it won all of the awards at the audiobook Oscars. That's not real, but
the bookies. What is?
I don't know. There's no.
There's also The Bride and Hoppers. The Bride, I mean, what is there to say?
The Bride, I'm pretty stoked for.
Yeah.
It's The Bride of Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's for people
and it's
confused.
Like cool and weird.
Yeah.
I just love that they're doing sexy Christian Bale Bolton-egg Frankenstein. That is so funny. That's like a sketch. That's like something that'd be in a sketch. And I love that they're doing that. And Hoppers, I don't know anything about. They're beavers.
Pixar movie about beavers. I mean, the point is that now the summer movie season starts in March. So these are the opening. This is the opening salvo in the big summer blockbusters. Like, that's Pixar's big movie, and that it's probably really good. I don't know. Modern Pixar is not old Pixar. Like Toy Story 5 is their other offering this year. It's like
right. Got to remind ourselves that Toy Story 1 came out 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You can hear how old the voice actors are, and that's one thing that makes it kind of hard to watch modern Simpsons, because it's
I was about to say I watched The Simpsons recently, and I was like, oh my god.
Whew.
Oh, these people are 87 years old.
Futurama's rough. Like specifically Fry, like Billy West sounds old on Futurama.
Yeah. But whatever, it's fine.
What are you gonna do? They're old. It's the passage of time.
They're old.
Not their fault.
I still want more Futurama and Simpsons and shit. You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. But you can recast those roles. That's
true.
That people will. People will scream because they did that with Rick and Morty. After about 5 minutes of Rick and Morty, I totally forgot that it wasn't Justin Roiland. It's like, it's. That's exactly the same thing. I do
appreciate the philosophy, because I guess didn't they say that The Simpsons will end when one of the main cast members dies? They're just like, then we're done.
Probably.
And it is interesting because in my mind, I am also like, yeah, just recast them. But I guess in their minds, they're like, no, this is who. Like, they are a big part of this. Where we've gone long enough, you know. We're just watching these people get old and die on this cartoon that's been lasting 40 years.
Wealthier and wealthier.
It's fine.
Literally recording it from their homes. Like, they've all just got recording space in their basements or in their bedrooms. They just go in and record their lines for that year, and that's it. They cash that paycheck. If you can get that work, do it.
Yeah, they're some of the richest people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they keep renewing the contracts. So this is why Netflix doesn't let shows go on very long, because they get so expensive. But The Simpsons has printed money for decades. That's why it's still on. It plays all around the world. So, hey, spoiler, when one of those main characters dies, they're just going to recast it. They can say that now, but I guarantee you within days, it's going to be like, you know what? We think what Hank would really have wanted is for us to continue on and bringing joy into the homes. So we've got an AI that can represent his voice. We actually got him to sign off on this on his deathbed. He didn't know what he was signing, but
it's fine.
We wrote him a giant check. His heirs are happy with it.
Yep. You're probably
that got dark.
right.
I apologize.
It's true, though. Speaking of amazing voice acting, in April we have the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We have Ready or Not 2, and we have something called Normal.
Ready or Not 2 is a film that didn't need to exist. Ready or Not is a self-contained, and like I swear to God, this picks up immediately after. It's like, wait a second. That was just the first part of the game, it turns out.
It does. They Halloween to it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. You're right. They didn't need more, but they didn't need less either, where I'm like, there's nothing at stake here for me personally.
Yeah. It's people need jobs. A lot of crew, lighting people, like they all got work. The costumers, like there's people they need to do something. It's fine. The Super Mario movies, they look really good. I say look, I don't mean this looks like a good movie. I mean visually, they look great. They are, whatever you can call them, they are not lazy at all. The animation is beautiful. So they didn't have to do that. They could have crapped out anything. It's like, no, it looks great. The artist.
I've seen it a few times now with the Wii one, and it's fine. And it's like
I'm excited
it's a beautiful movie. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
I'm excited to take mushrooms and watch it. Like it's Mario. You got to eat mushrooms.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Even though he personally hates them, Dave, if you recall.
Oh,
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Does
You're
it have
right.
to be mushrooms?
I looked up what Normal is, and I know I included it because it's fascinating to me. It's Bob Odenkirk plays a regular guy who kicks a bunch of ass. It's a different nobody.
It's a different
Normal.
nobody.
He wrote it. He wrote it. I think what happened is Bob Odenkirk had a bunch of training and was like, well, I have the training now. And it's sort of like the point of Nobody was that it was him. And now it's just, he's going to be an action star.
You're going to sit here and criticize him when we skipped right over Shelter, the Jason Statham film where, spoiler, he plays a regular guy, middle-aged guy living in peace, but you know what? Some bad guys have harmed someone close to him. It turns out he's actually a retired superhuman assassin, much like the Beekeeper, much like the Working Man, much like, I think Wrath of Man was also this, much like his entire career, much like Beekeeper 2, much like... So he's just keeps, and each time he can't like make it the same franchise because you need that reveal every time. It's like, wait a second, this graying middle-aged, mild-mannered man who's being put upon and bullied, it turns out he actually is a superhuman killing machine. And we have to pretend to be surprised every time. So no, Bob Odenkirk can have a second one. If Jason Statham gets 6 of them.
Yeah, he can have as many as he wants. It's just funny because, again, art is embarrassing, where I think about Chris Pratt, where he's like, all right, I'm like the funny chubby guy. I'm getting swole up
until
for this
now
role,
he's making like
but I don't
militant
like
conservative propaganda.
Right, and it's like, no, that's what you wanted. And Bob Odenkirk, I feel like it's that where it's like, listen, man, I get it. I totally get it. We're like the same age. Like if someone was like, you want to get fit for this action thing, I'd like roll my eye and be like, all right, yeah, I'm doing it, but it's silly. And then I'd never stop. Everything would be that. So I get it. Lena Headey is in this, as I assume the villain. Without looking it up.
Of course. It's a fun cast. But it's like any slasher sequel, I suppose. Totally unnecessary, but I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, it's a way to revive this genre, right? Is I feel like you watch Schwarzenegger films and you're like, it's funny because he's charming, but he's not like, he's Schwarzenegger. And it's like, just get comedians now. We have the ability to just juice them up and like get a guy who's like really funny to be an action guy. It's a good idea.
It's just,
should we talk about...
my only complaint is the constant talk about, well, yeah, for 6 months, the workout schedule and my strict diet had to eat like six meals a day of just fish and rice, and it was just so awful trying to get in shape. It's like, okay, there's one element of your routine you are conspicuously leaving out, because a man does not put on 60 pounds of pure muscle in 6 months. That's not possible. I don't care what your diet and workout routine is. There's something else you were doing. Can we talk about it? Because it's apparently very safe now if you've got a doctor to guide you through it, but it's still this thing where we just don't discuss it. And I just wish they would come out and say, hey, let's be real frank. If you're a young man out there trying to look like this via diet and exercise and protein powder, you won't. I have a doctor I work with, and he gives me injections.
They're not gonna, though.
Who cares?
Not yet.
I don't care.
Yeah. No, I don't care.
No, I'm fine with them doing it. I wish they would say that they're doing it. I wish they would go on the talk shows like, oh, yeah, we started roiding up and it's weird. It screwed with my moods and your hormones get wacky. Don't do it, kids. I did it because it was the only way. Because, God forbid, you certainly could not watch an action movie with a guy who just looks like a regular guy who, like Bruce Willis in Die Hard or Charles Bronson in his later years. Like, no, he got to be ripped. Like, not really. I don't think you do.
I have to be ripped. That's what the gun is for.
Yeah, that's exactly. And by the way, in the scenes where I beat somebody up, this is why we have a stuntman who just falls down when I punch him. See, I don't have to actually fight somebody. We just figure, oh, this guy must be secretly really strong. Some guys are stronger than they look. The best player in the NBA is this pasty white guy who's unbelievably strong, but he's not ripped. He doesn't.
I think that's also a vanity thing too, right? Because you would feel like a lot of actors are like, well, I want to do my own stunts because I feel you feel a little bad or a little silly if like you get in like, yeah, I'm the cool guy, and then you have to stand aside so somebody else wearing a wig that looks like vaguely like you can actually take the hit.
Yeah.
Like Paul Rudd getting ripped to play Ant-Man.
Right.
It's like,
why?
Why? I think it's just like, listen, if you want to pay for me to get ripped, I'm not going to say no.
By all means, yes.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Anyway.
All right, we're on to May, which has Animal Friends, The Devil Wears Prada 2, Hokum, Mortal Kombat 2, Obsession, The Mandalorian, and Grogu.
This is
one
great
film,
lineup.
Films.
This is great lineup of films. Animal Friends
Seriously.
is, if you go on IMDb, the movie is called Animal Friends, and the plot summary is two animals become friends. And it stars, it stars
every movie.
It stars Ryan Reynolds, Jason Momoa, Aubrey Plaza, Dan Levy, and a bunch more. I guess it's secret. There's no poster. There's no trailer. There's no thumbnail on IMDb.
This is 100% the president is a duck joke from South Park. It's like, fuck you, whatever.
It's amazing.
Rated G, Animal Friends.
I'm not even sure they've written it yet. Like, I think they just know, like, all right, we're going to do an Animal Friends thing. We have this group of people.
They have all these wacky stars.
Yeah,
just straight money laundering thing. They've just taken some Saudi or Russian mob money, and they're just...
Right, this is a tax shelter.
It's just, I don't know. You could say this about, I feel like a lot of kids' movies you could give this broad plot to, right? It's Sure.
It's just so like, here's your slop. Animal Friends. We couldn't even title it anything. Fuck you.
Right.
Like,
it's amazing.
who's funny that people like? Ryan Reynolds.
He'll do anything.
He's the Chris Pratt of Ryan Reynolds.
He has an endless, voracious desire for more money. He has multiple businesses. He is a literal billionaire with a B.
I know,
and he is just constantly, every single commercial break is him advertising Mint Mobile or his vodka brand or something. He will do anything for cash. I don't know what he's accumulating that money for. I'm scared to find out.
Eternal life.
But there's no entertainer. He could buy and sell most of these other stars with effortlessly. Yeah.
I almost don't want to say much about Hokum because spoilers for Tom that this might be my movie that deserves more hype this week in actual hype.
Is there a trailer?
Only because the trailer is only in theaters.
Okay.
So Tom, I don't know if you've seen the trailer.
I don't think so.
The trailer is before Keeper, I believe. And yeah, it's the director
man, then
of.
I probably did, but I can't immediately recall it.
Yeah, it's the director of Caveat and Oddity.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer will leak any second now. I just like also that Adam Scott is like, I'm going to be a horror guy now.
He was in The Monkey briefly.
Yeah, he's going to be in something called The Whisper Man, which one assumes is a horror.
Well, I've seen him talk about this before in some interview somewhere, but he's an actor who just happened to find his way into funny roles. Like, he's just a dramatic actor.
Right.
We think of him as a comedian, I think. But
right. He didn't start that way necessarily.
You're right. Like John C. Reilly, who's just an actor. But like,
yeah, we just learned. Oh, he's really funny.
Yeah. But
yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but I really, really liked Oddity and Caveat. I liked Caveat more, but boy,
yeah, but
Oddity's
this director so far. It's just
pretty good.
Only good things
into this.
And
Mortal Kombat
I hope this
2,
is
obviously.
Having Adam Scott in it. I hope this gets like a theatrical release because The Oddity and Caveat were both direct to streaming, small, tiny movies that got buzz from people finding them there. I hope this is like a big release.
Oddity, I had to drive 40 minutes in Los Angeles to find a theater playing it.
Yeah.
It was the same with Cobweb. There's certain directors where I'm like I see fucking Marianne, that Netflix show, constantly like on TikTok of like this horror series you didn't see that everybody loves, and it's like, yeah, why didn't anybody fucking see it? Like it's just certain horror directors are like,
the Smile director's getting
these.
Nervous now that people are watching Marianne.
Yeah. It's like, it's just weird that like, yeah, why haven't after Caveat this guy? It's like, we'll give people Marvel films for making single movies. Why can't we give this guy like just a little more money? Maybe he doesn't want it. I don't
know.
Very excited. Mortal Kombat 2.
Obviously, we don't need to say much, I don't think, but
okay.
Either you want to see Mortal Kombat 2 or you don't.
Right.
If you have to go watch the trailer to decide if you want to see it, I don't know what kind of a film fan you are. Either this is the most important thing happening in your 2026, or you can let it go. But
I will say that it was originally supposed to come out this October, but the response to the trailer was so positive, apparently overwhelmingly positive to them. It set some numbers machine off at Warner Brothers. They were like, good God, and decided to move it to a summer release.
They're like, you know what? We can compete with Star Wars, and they're right. They're
yes,
right.
They are.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, there's also Obsession, which we've talked about recently. That's the Milk and Cereal.
I still need to watch Milk and Cereal. It's Curry Barker.
Yeah.
For people who don't know what the Milk and Cereal thing is, this guy is a internet video guy, YouTuber, the TikTok reels, but he's not like the Rizzler. He's a filmmaker who releases really cool shorts. Some of them are comedy, some of it's horror. Does excellent work. I was following him before he got big. I'm a hipster on this, and then got This pipeline from people making shorts, making them well, and getting a budget to make a feature, this is working out very well. The hit rate for these guys is very, very high because it's like, it's a great way to prove you know what you're doing, that you've got a unique voice and vision. So very happy for this guy. Hope it does great.
This trailer is one of the best trailers I've ever seen.
It really is.
What were you saying, Dave?
The internet sketch comedy to horror film pipeline is weirdly growing, and I'm all for it. That benefits everybody I know. But like, weird that like
comedy and horror have similar writing. Suspense to surprise.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, as someone who knows something about that subject,
right?
It is the exact same tool set.
Oh yeah,
it is. In terms of like luring people into a moment and then surprising them. Comedy and horror operates on the exact same rhythms. I could bore you to death talking about the science of comedy and horror and how it works. It's the only subject I can speak with some authority on. Every other subject I am talking out of my ass. This is the one thing I could talk forever about and no one would listen because it would be very, very boring. But yeah, this does not surprise me at all.
Any thoughts on The Mandalorian and Grogu?
I could again talk for the next hour about this because we should be getting ready for season 6 of the Boba Fett and Baby Yoda adventures, with another 24 episodes of them just wandering around the galaxy, stumbling into a village that's being menaced by a gangster from Jabba the Hutt's crew, and the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda have to pull off some shenanigans and fight a monster and free the village and then go off on their way. The first few episodes of this show on Disney Plus, I was like, yes.
Yep.
This is closer to what George Lucas had in mind. Episodic, light. There's no freaking deep lore. It's a Western. This universe was always a Western. These dusty frontier towns, gunslingers, and the idea of this guy and his Baby Yoda sidekick, and they're just wandering the galaxy. His ship breaks down. They go into a village. Oh, you know what? That village is in crisis to get the parts to fix his ship. They need him to take out this evil guy that's doing whatever and holding their water hostage. And there's wacky gunfights, and then it's over. Back on the ship. Credits roll. See you next week. You could do that for 100 years and never run out of stories. Instead...
Oh, just real quick. I don't think people who grew up watching TV in the streaming era understand how many shows exactly like that there were in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s. Like,
yes, it did not... Yeah,
we've done this. We know how to do this.
It is the oldest formula in the book. Again, there are thousands of episodes of TV in this format. You have a charismatic lead, and they built a system where the main star doesn't need to show up on set at all. He wears a helmet. Pedro Pascal can spend, 2 hours recording an entire season's worth of voice lines and then let the stuntman handle it. Don't have to work it into a schedule. Guess what? Baby Yoda, not real. You know that's not a real person.
It's fake.
It's a doll. It's just a doll. It has to do what we want.
Jon Favreau created a system that's like, this is the George Lucas serials, the stuff he grew up with that he based Star Wars on, the Old West traveling adventurer. And by season 2, it's like, well, we've got to start tying this into the larger universe and the prequels and the sequels. And we got to do it so that in season 3, half of that season, to watch it, you have to actually watch the terrible Boba Fett show.
Yes,
and then you have to watch the Obi-Wan show. It's like, no, you had something you could have made forever. Do you understand the value of having 200 episodes of something? Do you get that was the model that TV was built on, where you would have 200 episodes of a show that people would still be watching 40 years later because it's timeless? Instead, you've got something where there's one really cool season, and then by season 3, it's all references and characters from other shows that nobody cares about and nobody is going to remember. And so now they slap together, I don't know, 4 episodes like, well, we're going to release this in theaters on Memorial Day.
Yep.
I don't think this is going to work. They are banking on this to be their big budget Disney Memorial Day release summer blockbuster. I don't think that's going to happen. If it turns out I'm wrong, fine. I can't imagine there is still that much excitement for the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda movie.
I've never seen an entire company get the yips. Like, that's what it feels like happened with Lucasfilm. Like, it's like you have Star Wars, and then the last 5 years or whatever is them
for the
just
past 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to the office and go like, "Are you guys okay?" And like, they'd probably be like, "No, man, no. Our office dog died, and we haven't been the same since," or something. Like, what happened? I don't know. It's weird because I agree. Where I just don't like. This will probably make some money. It'll probably do okay. But as like, this is our Star Wars thing after.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. They just tried to make it into another Marvel.
Yeah.
They tried to hammer it into the Marvel template.
The trailer for this.
Anyway.
The trailer for this looks like clips from the TV show. It 100% looks like TV. It does not in any way look like Memorial Day blockbuster Star Wars film. It just looks, which again, I enjoyed the first season of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm not even one of those guys who's like, well, how hard is it to make a Star Wars movie? It's hard. It's hard to make any movie.
Hard to make any movie.
That's what was miraculous about the first season of The Mandalorian. It's like, no, he cracked the formula. Don't bog yourself down with all of this lore. Make a show where you've got an excuse for, he doesn't owe any allegiances to anybody. There's not some greater overarching, he's not trying to take down the Empire. He's not trying to save the galaxy. He's a gun for hire going from town to town. That's it. It is, people have enjoyed that formula for, I don't know, 1,000 years. Anyway.
It's all, yeah.
Casting was perfect. Everything. Anyway.
Let's
Bounty
get
law, basically.
into summer.
Yeah.
This is like,
You said Gunsmoke. It's like, anyway.
once we hit June, right? This is where it's like everybody being like, "This is what we got. This is what we got going on." It feels like.
Yep.
I mean, I guess, but so June we have Masters of the Universe, Scary Movie 6, The Dish, which is Spielberg's next film about aliens, Toy Story 5, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So we're starting to really get going
Starting
here.
to pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're also getting into the part of our podcast where we don't know anything about these movies. Like Supergirl, all we have right now is a poster, right?
The trailer's
And
coming, I think. Didn't James Gunn tease a teaser? Tease a teaser, I think, this week as we're recording. So by the time you're listening to this, there will probably be a teaser trailer for Supergirl.
Masters of the Universe, the only thing that we have from that is some set photos that seems to imply it takes place in like modern day. It's like the actor in modern day New York or something. So, but that's it. There's not, the only trailer I think is a teaser of just the logo. So we're getting to the part of the schedule where it's just the IP. I can predict now safely that the discourse around the Supergirl movie is going to be rancid.
Oh yeah.
Because there's going to be some scene where she beats up a man or something. And then that'll be there's a whole ecosystem of YouTubers talking about how this is exactly what lost at the ballot box. Having there's a super girl now.
Yeah. It's going to be bleak.
Nerds, it's science.
Yeah. It's I liked Superman. I assume this will be fun. I'm mostly excited for Scary Movie 6 because I'm like, you know what? America needs that. We need a State of the Union for horror.
Who's directing this?
It's the Wayans.
Oh, they are.
I believe. Yeah. The Dish is also
Obviously,
fascinating because I'm like that original fucking Spielberg film.
It's David Koepp writing it too.
Yeah.
Who also wrote Jurassic Park.
And I just like that they're like, no, we're not going to put this out in fucking February. No, this is a summer event. And I appreciate that.
It's perfect counter programming. I guess that's smart business putting it there. I legitimately mean that. It's catching people who are not gonna watch the Spielberg movie.
I'm worried for Masters of the Universe. I think that's like a Dungeons and Dragons where I bet it'll be very fun and
it's
funny,
directed by Travis Knight, the Leica guy.
Right. But there's just not going to be like a 16-year-old being like, let's go watch Masters of the Universe.
I predict the reviews of this are going to be surprisingly good, really good. And that the box office is going to be dire because that brand means nothing to anyone, not even people my age. Like, we weren't even that into Masters of the Universe when it was big. It was always like, there's only like 4 characters. Like, it doesn't have a very expansive universe. It's just, I don't know. It's like a really
like
thin
Tron
premise. Yeah.
There are some huge fans of it, but
I don't think there's enough to give you a June film release. I don't know.
It's I don't know. But that's certainly this director's MO is making movies that everybody likes that nobody goes to see.
Yes. Yeah. Because that Bumblebee movie, the reviews for that was like, oh, this is such a refreshing change from the Michael Bay Transformers. This is delightful. This is so much better than it had any right to be. Lost money at the box office. Nobody went to see it.
Yeah.
It was.
Sorry, I just looked up what the director's also doing. Another thing he's doing, the $6 billion man.
Okay.
And it feels like there's like a bargain bin of IP where they're like, does anybody want this? And he's like, oh, let me grab that. I'll grab that. Like, he's just sweeping up the stuff that no one gives a shit about.
What if they did that as a Leica movie? That would be cool. A stop motion $6 billion man.
Well, it stars Mark Wahlberg, so...
Jesus Christ.
Now Oh, God. That's like... Those are the 4 words that can make me immediately stop caring about any project. It stars Mark Wahlberg.
I'm so excited.
What a shame.
Any other thoughts on June?
No. I'm sort of looking forward to Masters of the Universe, but obviously the Spielberg one is going to be big for me.
I like June. I like
June. I'm liking June. I'm liking the way it's looking. Scary movie. The weigh-ins are back.
Yeah. I like July as well. Except, all right, a couple notes. Mega Minions, which I can only assume is a Minions movie. I didn't even look into it.
Man, wouldn't it be crazy if somebody else just released a movie with the word Minions in it and just hope that nobody would notice? Yes, this is Minions 3, but... It's Despicable Me,
like 8.
Okay,
6. I don't because they split off the franchises, but this is Minions 3. So in July, I predict it will make much more money than The Odyssey. This month also features the Moana live action remake, which I 100% thought had already come and gone. And I feel like I can remember the discourse around it, but maybe I'm remembering the discourse around the trailer. I swear this movie has already been out. And it grossed a bunch of money, and everybody was sad about it.
It's such a bummer because it's the top 3 films are going to be Moana, Mega Minions, and then probably Spider-Man. And The Odyssey will not. I mean, not that. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll be surprised, and I would love to be surprised. But The Odyssey is obviously like, that big serious Nolan film.
To be clear, this July, this is a bloodbath. Somebody's going to get killed here in 1 month. You're talking Minions, Moana, Spider-Man.
In a house.
This is Spider-Man 3 of or 4.
Yeah. The third of the animated ones.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the word.
This is the animated? No,
this is not the animated one.
Is it
this
not?
Is those have the word universe in them. This is You're confused because the Spider-Man ones all have the word home in the title, and then they abruptly decided this one would not.
I swear to God, there was the. That's next. Oh, that's no date yet. Okay, I was about to say. I swear the Spider-Verse one was on our list.
I think this one.
So this is the fourth. This will be the 4th one then. This is the 4th live action one.
Okay.
I think they're going to do a day theme, right? It'll be brand new day and like Die Another Day or something. Who the fuck knows? I think they're switching from home to day. Is my point.
But I feel like some of the juice is going out of that franchise. It may, and then obviously The Odyssey is the Christopher Nolan. Somehow somebody listening doesn't realize this. This is the Christopher Nolan unholy budget Odyssey movie starring Matt Damon and every other famous person you've heard of. And the discourse here is going to be that obnoxious thing where it's like, Well, to really see it the way it was intended to be seen, you need to watch it in 70 millimeter IMAX. There's 4 of those theaters in the world. The closest one to you is 1,500 miles away, and it's only playing for a month. It's like, well, no, I because you'll be read reviews. It's like, well, I caught it in the 70 millimeter IMAX, and we were weeping at the sheer scale, the scope of the vistas. Like, okay, well, I don't have one of those theaters. I'm going to probably watch this on my phone. How does it play on my phone?
Yeah. It's all right. I love these guys. And what I mean is like you think if Christopher Nolan runs into James Cameron, they just attack each other like cats, where it's like they're theater guys. They're like, they love theater things. And they're so fun because I agree with them, but they're so fun to make fun of and troll.
Yeah, right.
You know, where it's like, yeah, go watch a fucking, go find the smallest screen you can watch this on. Yeah.
It is so great that these guys, you got these few heroes that are trying to keep theatrical alive. James Cameron, because people barely mentioned that Avatar is 3D. It's a 3D movie, which most people didn't know that was still a thing. It's like, no, you need to see it in 3D to get the full effect because he wants it to be a theatrical thing. And people will go see it in theaters. Tom Cruise, obviously, the same way, saved theaters with Top Gun 2. And so Christopher Nolan, great, glad that he's still out there doing this and doing as much of the stuff as as practical effects as possible, all of that. Also, don't really like his movies. I thought Oppenheimer was bad. I thought it was a bad movie. I thought it was straight up bad in every way a movie can be bad. I'm the only person I know who thinks that.
Yeah, I liked it. I think Nolan,
it won all the awards. It was a blockbuster. It's about Oppenheimer, and it was a blockbuster. It was the most universally loved thing that's probably ever been made. And didn't think there were any good scenes in it. I was shocked when it came time for the bomb to go off, and he insisted on no, I did a practical explosion. Like instead of doing a CGI nuclear, it's like, no, you should have done CGI there. It doesn't look like a nuclear explosion. It looks like a gasoline explosion. They're very different. It was so underwhelming. Anyway. And the last half of the movie was about a transportation secretary getting confirmed for a cabinet appointment. Anyway, that's in the past. The Odyssey, I encourage everyone to go see it in the theater and support theatrical while it's still a thing.
I think what Nolan, because it's funny because he's here up against Spider-Man, and he's like, go to the theater, and it's like, they will for Spider-Man. And I guess what it is that Nolan, I like what he believes in, which is that David Lean version of Hollywood blockbusters, where he's like, not all blockbusters have to be for kids. He's trying to corner the adult blockbuster market, where it's these very big important films that you also still have to see in theaters.
Yeah, they don't all need to be
You're Gone with
adventure.
the Winds. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is important, and he is kind of cornering that market.
And no, what he's doing, let me make it clear, we need him to be doing what he's doing. We need a guy who can get these kind of budgets, who is not making a Batman. Because he could have dedicated his life to making Batman and whatever after he did that. The fact that he's doing original, he didn't write the Odyssey. You know what I mean? The kids are not out there looking to see an Odyssey movie. It's original IP or something that's unique. No, you could make the argument he's the most important filmmaker working because he can still get people out. Because even James Cameron has just sunk into an IP that he's going to do for the rest of his life. It's just he's in the Avatar business. So who else?
You said sunk.
Who else is who else out there is like Christopher Nolan? So no, support him. Yeah. Support his terrible movies. Go watch his bad movies. Please.
Tenet's on Netflix as we speak.
Yep.
God, remember Tenet?
Jesus Christ, that most infuriating. Nothing. When they try to explain how that universe works, it's like, oh, so you don't know either. It's like, no, you got to watch it multiple times. No, I can tell you don't know how this universe works. You had a really cool sequence in mind for a reverse forward car chase, and then you just tried to piece together a world where that somehow. It's like, well, no, but you're moving backward through time. So see, You have to wear an oxygen mask because the air is going in reverse.
Backwards.
Like, it's fine. You didn't think this through. Don't pretend like you did. I'm sorry. We're just running so long.
Yeah. I just want to know, Evil Dead Burn, not the same director. It's a new director who did a movie called Infested, which I didn't see. That's all.
I haven't seen Infested either, but I know that's about an apartment building that's infested with killer spiders, right? Is that the one?
Yeah, I at this point I trust
I'm sort of digging
the Evil Dead
films.
I'm
sort of digging that they've been switching up directors for each one.
Yeah, I like that too. It's like the first Alien films, where it's like, yeah, let's have fun. I don't know, it's fine. I
wish horror wasn't the only genre where you can do this, because these are not blockbusters. But it's like, no, keep the budget low. Enough people will come out and they'll see it. And it's like, why can't you do that for comedy? Why was it such a struggle to get people to come out and see The Naked Gun? Why? I don't get why
people to come see
horror is the one thing where people will go pay a ticket and watch it in person. And it's like, well, yeah, but it needs to be seen with a crowd. It's like, no, horror doesn't need to be seen with a crowd. Horror is better watched alone in the dark. Comedy needs to be seen with a crowd. That, like this in the 80s, big budget comedies used to dominate because it's great with a crowd. You're all laughing at the same thing. You see, like, you're all sharing those moments. For some reason,
in the aughts and tens, it was too. Comedies were huge. Sorry.
Yeah, there's something about Mary, like the amount of money that film made today. That would go, like anything those guys made, would go direct to streaming, and may do fine on streaming.
And Ricky Stenicki was a Farrelly Brothers comedy that went direct to Prime.
With a star-studded,
with
Farrelly
people in
Brothers
it.
comedy, that went right to. So, and again, great, easily sellable premise, and it's like most people listening to this have no idea what movie you're talking about. They have never heard of it. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get why horror is the only genre where you can still do this, a non-blockbuster IP. Where if you keep the budget under control, you know for a fact you're going to make back a certain amount of money. It's horror, and it's all just horror, and then prestige stuff, and then the blockbusters. That's all that's out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of comedy, we can talk about August.
Yeah, we can.
Which starts with Super Troopers 3, which they're filming now. They could do this when they're 70, in my opinion.
That's fine with me. Like,
as long as they're old enough to be cops or young enough to be cops,
Super
I guess.
Troopers 2 was totally unnecessary, but I laughed a few times during it. Yeah. So I bear them no ill will if they want to make a third one.
Yeah, exactly. I do want. Listen, give me Slam and Salmon 2 or something. Do something.
But he's dead.
But,
they can't do Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh yeah. They should do another. I get it. I think they had diminishing returns on their other non-Super Troopers films. But the thing is I
think they were all. A lot of them were like. I think Slam and Salmon is their funniest movie.
It's fucking great. Slam and Salmon's great.
Some of them were a lot funnier. Sorry.
Yeah. No, there's also Thread, An Insidious Tale, the aforementioned Cliffhanger, and Coyote versus Acme. And the Thread, it's just, I don't know, sure.
What is this? Whatever. I can't make... Somebody used to draw me a diagram of how Insidious, The Nun, The Conjuring, are these all the same?
Okay, here's the weird part. So Insidious has nothing to do with the rest of them.
Oh.
If Patrick Wilson has sideburns, it's The Conjuring. If he doesn't, it's Insidious. That's the rule. That's what I've learned. This is a roller coaster because this is from the writer. It's his first directing thing. He wrote the 2015 Fantastic Four. He also wrote The Lazarus Effect, which is pretty good.
I haven't watched
he wrote the Death Note remake. He wrote Godzilla X Kong: A New Empire. He wrote Moon Knight. So he wrote Coyote versus Acme. So he wrote Mortal Kombat 2. So he's a screenwriter. He writes stuff. This movie, the premise is a couple resorts to a spell to travel back in time, hoping to prevent their daughter's tragic death. Its cast is Kumail Nanjiani and Mandy Moore. And so I'm just like, all right, you've hurt my brain enough that I'm like, okay. I want to see this.
All right.
It sounds like they're like, so we're going to slap Insidious on this, and make a completely batshit different thing.
Just like
it's a Halloween 3.
Like a supernatural domestic horror movie?
Sci-fi.
And it will
Horror
make its budget back in the first 8 hours of release.
Yeah.
These things still print money.
Yeah, this feels like a 10 Cloverfield Lane to me, where they're like, can we stick the word Cloverfield in your title and sell it? And I'm like, sure, yeah.
For how much money?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
I'm genuinely excited for whatever that is. And Cliffhanger.
Oh, of course.
Listen.
Yeah, Cliffhanger. The original, apparently, I was reading up on it real quick. The original treatment script for this version of it was written by the director who made A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Ooh.
And she was going to direct it. And she still has a story by credit on this version.
I love that they were like, you made A Girl Walks Home Alone. Do you want to do Cliffhanger? And her response was absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. It stars Lily James and fucking Pierce Brosnan, who I can only assume is the villain.
Apparently not. Fuck!
It would be great if it was just a ripped Pierce Brosnan playing Sylvester Stallone's character from the first film. They recast Stallone's character where Stallone was playing himself. Like he's got to do the voice and everything.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty excited for that.
It's the director of The Shallows and also The Jungle Cruise. And my note is more of The Shallows, less The Jungle Cruise for this one.
He's also done this director has also done a few of them Liam Neeson actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and a lot of this is going to come down to how much of this did they film on a real mountain and how much of it was filmed in a
exactly.
Yeah.
At a room.
That is actually key, right? Like for as much as it sucked, the Point Break remake used actual extreme stunts. They actually filmed people doing the stunts because they sat back and went.
Point,
yeah, that's the point of an action film. If this is people on a green screen, there's no point. Just don't make it.
Now there's a couple of sets in the original Cliffhanger, but also a lot of it is on location on actual mountains. So yeah, that would be a bummer.
Yeah, and that crazy stunt where the guy had to like zip line from a plane to a helicopter or something like that. The stunt where Stallone had to like pay for it himself because the insurance company wouldn't insure it. It's like, yeah, you could do that back then.
Yeah. Coyote versus Acme.
Nobody's going to go see this.
That's my prediction too, because I'm a cynical old man.
No, it's that thing. I get the frustration with it because it was that David Zaslav thing where he just deleted a bunch of movies because he did the math and it's like the amount it's going to take to promote it versus what's going to make it's not worth it. And everybody got so upset. It's like, well, can't you just release it? Like, why not? And so finally the fan outrage has shamed them into, I guess they let it go to another distributor and then they released. Is that what happened?
Something like that. It was a write-off thing, but then they sold this instead.
The problem is like you could do like kayfabe of this, right? You could pretend to pull movies and then release them. You can't wait a year after the whole internet thing happened. Like that's the problem is if they were like, all right, we're releasing it this week. And people would be like, yes, let's all go see it. Let's teach them a lesson and show them with our money. Let's give them tons of money to show them that they shouldn't have done this. But since it's like a year later, I do think people are going to be like, what was that one again? Oh yeah, that thing. People were mad about that.
Well, remember, it's going to be, we're talking about August of 2026. This is going to be like 3 years after.
Yeah. Maybe it might be really good. That's the thing. If it has like a really good trailer, then maybe.
I mean,
we'll see.
It got shelved for a reason. It's possible that it's not as that. I don't know. I don't know. The people involved in it are hit and miss with.
I don't trust the studio's judgment either, and it's sort of like I don't know because James Gunn has a writing credit on this.
Okay.
It might just be weird and fucked up. You know what I mean? Like. It might be something where the studio is like, this isn't for kids, so no. Like, I'm sure the studio has their, reasons. But
well, the stuff that we saw from it that made people be like, well, this is clever. This should have been released. It's like courtroom scenes where the coyote is suing the Roadrunner for damages. And
it's a courtroom drama.
It is.
It's like a courtroom drama. And it's like, well, that's one of those things where maybe it's funnier in concept than than in execution. But I don't know. We'll
Right.
see. I predict, like Tom, I think it's going to come and go, and then the studio's going to say, see, you got to trust our judgment. When we delete a movie, usually there's a reason for it. Anyway.
Yeah. It's the director of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, the sequel to the bad one, to the one that nobody liked that was actually fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. September, we got Clayface, Practical Magic, and Resident Evil.
Practical Magic 2.
Practical Magic 2.
Yeah.
So
fucking-
Clayface, we have nothing on, right? That's what I joked about earlier. It's like part of the James Gunn DC universe, but we have no poster, concept art. As far as I know, there's like nothing other than...
They're filming it now. Mike Flanagan wrote it.
Okay.
So, it's the director of Speak No Evil, the remake.
Oh, okay.
And The Woman in Black, which I really like.
I enjoyed The Woman in Black.
Yeah,
The Woman in Black is like, I don't know what it is about it. I love it.
I mean, this is a thing where the director made some cool stuff, and your reward is you get the comic book movie, and it's like,
yeah,
okay. And meanwhile, same thing with like Resident Evils from the director of Barbarian and Weapons. What's this? Zach
Cregger's.
Zach Cregger's. Yeah. I wish this may be really, really cool, and maybe this is a passion project thing. But I would rather have seen whatever his next unique idea was than to have him spend 3 years of his career making Resident Evil, which is, I don't know. It's Resident Evil. It's been out forever. We've seen many different iterations of it, both in, like, it's been remade as a video game multiple times. It's been a movie, film series. It's been remember the TV show came and went?
I do.
Netflix, remember that?
Yeah, I watched it.
I don't know. I'm not excited about, I think the Resident Evil lore, I think there's nothing interesting, really particularly interesting about that universe or its lore or its tone or anything. Like it's something they came up with in the PlayStation 1 era. And like the stuff that you do in the games, like the puzzle solving and arranging your suitcase for hours at a time. Is that going to be in the movie? I don't know. I would rather this guy's got such unique ideas. I wish he would do anything else. But again, maybe that's not how this works.
I mean, if he's listening, he's probably like, listen, let me buy a mansion. Will you just let me make a bunch of money this one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
He did say it will be an entirely new story unconnected to the games, which makes me care even less. Because like Jason was saying,
like why not just make it? Why not just because all you're going to get is grief from the weird Resident Evil fans who are way too into the lore, and they'll play like Resident Evil 6. It's like, well, now I thought in the previous game that whatever this monster was blown up in a helicopter. Why is it back? It's like this is a video game. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you mean? Wesker's going to come back. His sunglasses are indestructible.
Yeah.
He's standing in lava. His leather pants are also somehow indestructible. It's fine.
Are we gonna get the backstory on Wesker? Like, I don't know. It's a video game that barely makes sense. I don't know.
So them spinning it off into its own thing, I'm even like less interested in because what even is that? An evil company that makes monsters? I guess I don't know.
Monsters Inc. They should call it Monsters Inc.
They should.
Yeah. I have no notes for Practical Magic 2, though. They're all back. Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. And
Aidan Quinn.
Yep, Lee Pace is there.
Goran Viznik.
It's the director of Bird Box.
Back?
They better. I mean, it's this, to me, my impression is that they must have had a great time making Practical Magic, and then someone was like, Nicole Kidman, you want to make a second? And she's like, yeah, why not?
And she's in a place where she can get stuff made if she, like all of them, right? So it's fine. They wanted to get together. That's fine.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. I'm
It's a
down.
delightful movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why it needs a sequel.
I don't
Almost
care
40
why.
years later, but who cares?
Okay, October, only one movie slated that at least I gave a shit about when making this list, and that is Street Fighter. Street Fighter.
The cast of this is a fascinating list of actors, media people, sports people, like
it's just
musicians
people who like Street Fighter.
Like, it feels like a cabaret. Like, I don't know what this is going to be. I'm fascinated by it. Sorry.
Who's in it? Who?
I'll have to pull it up. Let me see.
I will say Jason Momoa.
That's right. He's Blanca.
David Dastmalchian.
Right.
Dastmalchian. 50 Cent.
Daniel Day-Lewis is playing Ryu.
Correct.
Cody Rhodes.
That's I made that
Kyle
up, guys.
Mooney. Eric Andre.
Yeah, Eric Andre. That's right.
Those are the ones I recognize. It's the director of the Eric Andre show. Right. This is an Eric Andre thing.
Noah Centino,
What?
Andrew Koji, Roman Reigns.
He also directed Bad Trip,
Yeah.
which I do believe is
So-
the Eric Andre movie.
Okay, what is this?
I'm telling you, like-
project.
I'm telling you, like it's like a cabaret. There's like musicians, wrestlers, comedians, actors.
This director also did a few episodes of Twisted Metal. I think that was the proof of concept where they're like, can you do action? And he's like, sure. This is going to be like, it's listed as action drama. And I'm like, I don't agree.
No,
I don't think that's what it's going to
wrong.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It feels like it's going to be very meta.
it
Yeah.
does. Yeah,
I mean, it can be anything it wants to be, honestly, because it's like, I think this is one where they're like, listen, nobody wants to make a Street Fighter but these guys. Let's just give them this much money and see what comes back. We can always delete it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Take the tax write
you
off.
can always write it off for taxes. Yeah,
Yeah. It's. I mean, I'm into
I'm
it.
fascinated by what it's going to be. Yeah, the Street Fighter movies have nowhere to go but up. So like,
Yeah.
just
Well,
roll
it's
those
hard
dice.
because Raul Julia elevates that Street
He
Fighter
does.
movie
He
to
really
a degree
does.
where it goes up a notch. Like it was a Tuesday monologue
That
is
is
like, fuck, man.
Pretty great.
Yeah. So we have November. Dr. Seuss's The Cat in the Hat, Ebenezer, A Christmas Story. Things are going to be winding down this month. The Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping, Meet the Parents 4,
Oof.
and Narnia. This is where we're like, this is like the February, it's like the mirror of like February, January, where they're like, all right, everybody got super pumped from Street Fighter. We need a breather.
Yeah, because December is full of
December's out of control.
nuclear bombs. December, so this is where you put everything where you're trying to sneak it in before December comes and just blows it away. Ebenezer Christmas Carol. This is the Johnny Depp as Ebenezer Scrooge Christmas Carol. That is
What
the
the
worst
fuck?
casting I've ever heard of in my life. I cannot think of. Let's sit here now and try to brainstorm a worse Ebenezer Scrooge than Johnny Depp.
Jim Carrey.
I'm gonna say the Rizzler.
Yeah, the Whistler.
Brian Bosworth, is he still alive?
The
Yeah.
Boss? I think maybe. Yeah.
Here's
I'm
what-
trying to think of. It's
Charles
so.
Bronson.
I just can't imagine. He's like just chewing scenery as. I can't imagine the whole. There's such a storied history of guys who have played this role. And even in the Muppet version, like Michael Caine does such a quiet, dignified version of Scrooge. It is such a great actor role to do.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart did a version for like on stage. Like it is such a
George C. Scott was in one
Have
version.
you guys ever read the book?
Oh yeah.
Oh sure.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say is you could do a Robert Eggers reimagining of this story, right? And make it really creepy. And in fact, do you know who's directing this?
No.
It's going to bum you out because it feels like there is a version that could be good here. It's Ty West. It's the
Oh.
director
That's a shame.
of Pearl,
That's a shame.
Maxine, X, or The Innkeepers, which is fucking great.
House of the Devil.
House of the Devil. It's a
Okay.
terrific horror director. And my question is this him just going like, I you know what? I'm going to take some money.
I don't know.
Or is it them going, hey, what if we Robert Edgar this motherfucker and made like a gritty Scrooge movie? If that's the case, it's a real bummer that Johnny
I
Depp's
still
there.
hate-
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if it like wins awards and people start doing the Johnny Depp comeback story, it's like
Right.
comeback from what?
Yeah.
Like us, his redemption, he's see, because in a way, it's like he is Scrooge. This is his.
Yeah.
It's like, because everybody's kind of down on him for a while, but he's aged and it's made this mature reimagining of the Charles Dickens. By the way, a story that Charles Dickens crapped out for money. He slapped that thing together to pay some bills. Like, people will eat this up. Old
his
cranky
stories.
old miser. Yeah,
he got paid by the word. That's why his books are so long.
Yeah, it's like, Daddy needs a new jet ski. I'm gonna crap out this Christmas thing that the rubes will buy because it's like this old rich guy getting his comeuppance and learning to give his money away. Give me your money, rubes.
He needs his cheddar.
Yeah. Yeah, I
lost all the money from the last book on the ponies. I got a couple bad breaks. Got to crap out this Christmas
some bad
thing.
real estate investments.
We lost it all in the his era's version of crypto, Victorian era crypto scheme. Like, the computers aren't powerful enough to do these. I got suckered. I was told it was the future. Each edition of this book is an NFT. Nickel. That's right. Exactly. The kids buy this book because it'll be worth millions of shillings 2 years from now. I don't know what the currency was in his day. Anyway,
I think that's right. Shillings,
yeah. There's also the Narnia is Greta Gerwig, and I predict it'll be very well made. I'm curious if people care about Narnia.
I don't know.
Okay,
Narnia's
well,
a tough one because it's so tight. It's so religious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The answer is there is. If you make an outright, if you love Jesus, you will see this movie. Hey, that Mel Gibson Passion of the Christ sequel that's going to come out, that's going to be the biggest grossing movie of the year. That's going to make $2 billion. If you make an overt Christian Narnia movie that's like a safe movie for the parents of Christian kids to take their kids to, but that's not what this is going to be,
that's
right?
What she's going to make.
That's not
Meryl
that's not
Streep
her.
is going to be.
No.
Meryl Streep as Aslan is just that alone, I think, is going to turn certain people off.
That's discourse around this thing is going to be radioactive. I'm saying when this movie comes out, just throw your phone in the river and get a new one in like a month. Don't go on social media. Don't watch YouTube, any YouTube review channel. They are all going to have to chime in on this thing because there's going to be there's going to be some like trans allegory that's going to be great and we're going to love it, but the discourse is going to be just a nightmare. Yeah. I can feel it. I can feel it coming. A year out, I can sense it. I can smell it, even though they haven't even shot the movie yet, probably. I'm telling you.
No. I think you're right.
There's a couple of those on here. Like, you just the resurrection of the Christ is going to be pretty bad. But woof.
Jesus, I'm going to have to mute all of those words from my phone. Anyway, we'll get to that. But anyway, and then Hunger Games is back. I don't even know where we are. Is this the reboot?
The second prequel.
Sure. It's again that doesn't feel like a series that needed to be made endlessly. It seems like a battle royale is a pretty straightforward premise, as we saw with Squid Game. When you try to keep expanding the lore, it's like now I kind of just like the battle royale aspect and seeing who's going to survive to the next round. But whatever, people seem to love it. When December comes, all this will be forgotten.
Yep. Yeah, because December is Jumanji 3, Avengers Doomsday, Dune Part 3, and Werewolf. The Robert Eggers Werewolf. I want to briefly go through the cinematic universe, the phases, because were you guys surprised? You're like, where you're like, really a new Avengers already? Like, it doesn't feel like it's ripe. You know what I mean? And like, looking at the phases, phase 1 was Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, and then Avengers, right? It was like, here are all your characters, here they all together, and that really starts falling apart as it goes.
Yeah.
Like, Phase 2 ended with Ant-Man for some reason. It's Avengers Age of Ultron, then Ant-Man. It was like them like, oh, by the way, Ant-Man.
So why didn't it end
like,
with Ultron too? Like what? Yeah,
exactly. Like it starts slowly, and then Phase 3 is like twice as many movies all of a sudden when they're really feeling themselves. It ends with Endgame and then Spider-Man. And again, you're like, Endgame. It's right. It's in the title, Endgame. I think it's that phases don't mean anything. Then Phase 4 is like a jumble. This is where it really falls apart. And Phase 5 starts with Quantumania. It ends
Where does
with
Phase 4
Thunderbolts.
end?
Phase 4 ends with Wakanda Forever.
Did you see the interview with James Gunn talking about how he never understood what the phases were?
Yeah.
Or
No,
what they meant or why they were in phases or where? And he's talking about when he was doing production on Guardians of the Galaxy, like partway through, they said, okay, the stone, the MacGuffin in your movie, we've decided after you've shot the movie that that's one of the things for like Thanos's gauntlet.
Right.
And the one you're doing in the way you shot it, it's like blue. We need you to make it red or reverse, whatever. Like they had to retroactively go and reshoot a bunch of stuff to make it one of the Infinity Stones because they're like, well, because this is going to fit into the phases of, and he's like, well, what do you mean with like, what phase is this movie? And he said, he's like, I never understood why it's in phases or what the point of that was.
Right.
But then they unveiled that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Doom, but is it supposed to be like in an alternate universe, Tony Stark became evil? Because
that's my understanding.
They said this picks up immediately after Avengers Endgame. So they're ignoring the 800 TV shows and false starts on other premises, on other like franchises they've tried to do.
The third Spider-Man movie.
Basically, it feels like Phase 4 and 5, they're just sort of picking and choosing some stuff from that. Because it's like 4 and 5 has like Shang-Chi in fucking 2021. And it's like Eternals. Eternals is never going to matter again, right? They're never showing back up to save the day. Those weird gods. No Way Home. There's some stuff here. Multiverse. That was when they were doing all the multiverse stuff. It was falling apart. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is in Phase 5. The Marvels, which I don't think anybody really saw. That movie was Deadpool and Wolverine, which is just, okay, we've lost control completely. Brave New World this year is from Phase 5. So here's what's wild. Phase 5 and 6 happened this year, the transition. And so Thunderbolts again is like when they're like, all right, we're new Avengers. We got back into it. And then Fantastic Four First Steps is the first one of 6. And then it's going to be Spider-Man Brand New Day, Doomsday, and then Secret Wars. And just those 4 they have. And it's just, I understood when there are like each phase. Right, they should have just been like each phase ends with an Avengers.
Yeah, that's how they do it in the comics. It's like every year they have their big annual event. That's usually, everybody. Yeah, anyway.
I don't know. Whoever was in charge of phases, it really got away from them almost immediately. It just doesn't. Yeah, I don't get it anymore. Anyway, fucking Doomsday.
Yeah, that's my understanding. Though is as I understand it, he's not playing Victor Von Doom. He's playing evil Tony Stark from another universe who has become Doctor Doom. I think
they could have. I think they could have gone. You know how we cast multiple people as Hulk? Like, you know how the Rhodes was played by different people? Actors play different things. Like, they could have literally, I would have accepted if they're like, no, we just wanted Robert Downey Jr. back. And it's like, how does this connect to Tony Stark? It doesn't. It's just a new character. It's fine.
Or recast Kang.
Yeah, it's just like we made yeah, like I don't know, just you can just recast. It's fine. He could just be another guy.
Anyway,
people can act like he doesn't look like.
This is going to be a pretty huge month. Oh, sorry, Jason.
Jumanji 3, such an interesting strategy because they just jumped from Jumanji 1 to Jumanji 3. Like do they want us to think there was a Jumanji 2 at some point?
I know.
Like what?
I know.
What are you talking about?
It's a bold strategy. It's the Spaceballs strategy.
I'm dead serious. I have no idea what are they calling that reboot.
They did a second one.
They
did
a
Jumanji,
second?
Welcome to the Jungle. then
Jumanji, the next level.
Okay,
And yes,
I don't know
it looks
why.
exactly like the other one.
When did that come out? I'm sorry, I have to ask.
God, who can say?
So
Like
I
2022?
enjoyed the first Jumanji. It does have that problem where it's supposed to be inside a video game, but they didn't just make it look like a video game. And so it just looks like a lot of people who are too clean. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
Where
which
it
is
just
the
has that
curse
next-
of a lot of
2019.
modern.
2019, Jason.
Yeah.
That's when the second one came
That's when
out?
the second one came out.
Jesus. Okay. And I'm going to
will be
look it up, and it's
7
going to turn out that
years.
it made $3 billion, and it just
Oh,
passed
yeah.
by
It
me.
made $800 million.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm happy for them. Jumanji fans, there's another one. And they're going to bring it out across from Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3. Also hate the Dune films. That's another thing you need to know about me. We don't need to get into it. I think Timothy Chalamet gives a terrible performance, and I think it's lifeless, and I don't understand why anybody likes it. Everybody's being wooden and saying their lines like they're robots, and there's none of the passion or the fun or anything. I don't enjoy anything about that universe. I think it looks ugly, but I'm glad that they're still making them. It's a lot of big like ideas and stuff that the books explore, and if it encourages people to go buy the books, then good. I'm glad.
I like it when I like it when movies are big and serious sometimes. I'm not a huge Dune fan either, but I like
it.
Like Lord of the Rings. You
Also,
know?
the series gets incredibly weird. So Dune Part 3, the film, fascinated to see how they handle certain things.
Like his son, the worm?
Oh, that'll be fun.
Don't spoil it.
Is that a guy who does the worm?
If you don't care,
Let's party.
if you don't care about being spoiled on Dune plot spoilers, just go to Wikipedia and read the plots of the various Dune novels and see how weird they get. And there's a point where
It's madness.
The what's the Duncan Idaho? Is that the character's name?
I was about to say there's
And
like
he,
17 clones of Jason Momoa. They make
and
17
he-
his ass.
Is it Jason? Yeah. And then he finds a planet full of future space Jews and has to has to rescue them. It goes all sorts of places you would not expect, and that in a modern Hollywood film, I don't know how they're going to handle it. But hey, they're still out there making them. So happy for them. The werewolf is the one I'm excited about. That is from what's
Robert
his face?
Eggers. Eggman.
The very moody, gothic horror stuff. I'll watch that all day. It will not make as much money.
Nosferatu.
I love this because I'm so excited and I know exactly how it's going to look. I know exactly Willem Dafoe's going to be in it. He'll be doing a voice.
He's going to be
There'll
making
be no color. The aspect
gonna be
ratio
doing
will be
that
weird.
shit.
Yeah, it'll be like these Wes Anderson type shots. It'll be really gritty and bloody and I just it's again, these aren't complaints, but I imagine if you're someone like, I don't like Wes Anderson because all his movies look the fucking same and have the same people in them, but then I'm like, ooh, Robert Eggers, I love you, and it's he has his movies all look the same and have the same people in them, but I love it. So
also, Willem Dafoe's career and choice of projects is unmatched in Hollywood. People forget he turned up in the first John Wick movie.
He did.
As his assassin friend who, spoiler, winds up getting killed, but has he just elevates everything he's in. He's just such a freak. It's so obvious. You just take one look at him, you're like, oh, that guy's a freak. And he takes these freaky, weird projects with weird directors and just throws himself into them wholeheartedly. He could have gone like the Nick Cage route where he's making 13 direct to streaming movies a year and just cashing in, but he seems to carefully picks projects that are difficult, like stuff where he's in a lot of makeup. And like it's hard to make a movie like this, and he's had a very cool career.
Terrific. I guess, all right. I feel like we're not going to have enough time to get into all of the stuff we have in this doc, but we should talk about at least the horizon, right? The stuff that has no date yet and that is coming out either next year or this year or the year after, right? 2027.
Yeah.
So we have the untitled Exorcist Mike Flanagan film, which is happening, but he sort of said, like, this was not going to be a 2026 thing. Like, I'm busy. But that's happening.
So they're abandoning their $1 billion trilogy that they had planned for The Exorcist.
Yes, they're bailing on that.
$1 billion.
Like, let's call Mike Flanagan.
$1 billion.
This will be. Oh, sorry.
Well, I saw the next one we've got is the Thomas Crown Affair. I was just going to ask if we know who's starring in that.
Let me check.
Pierce Brosnan, I hope.
Let's hope.
Well, before that, I have to shout out Flowervale Street. That's coming out this year, 2026. That is the director of It Follows and his dinosaur movie. And that's all we know about it.
Oh, hell
so,
yeah. Thomas
Why
Crown.
didn't we have that on our list of stuff?
Because it has no date set yet. That's all.
Okay.
It does. We don't know when it'll come out. We just know that it's slated for that this year. So.
Oh, his dinosaur one, right?
Yeah.
The Thomas Crown Affair is directed by and starring Michael B. Jordan.
Thomas Crown.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a hit.
That'll be
the
cool.
original Thomas Crown Affair, if you've not seen it, is a delightful heist movie starring Pierce Brosnan, and it is carried 100% on the charm of Pierce Brosnan. It's just a very breezy, stylish heist movie, but it rides entirely on how much charm can be exuded by the star. So I am confident that this will be just fine.
Yeah.
And it's a remake of a Steve McQueen film, but it's the same principle, based entirely on the charisma of the lead actor. So
we're getting Sonic 4, which is not surprising.
Those movies print money.
Yeah.
I'm happy for all of the. I have this unfortunate thing where I assume that all Sonic fans are perverts.
Same.
That they're all watching it because they like draw pregnant Sonic fan art and stuff like that. And he's being sexually assaulted by whatever the other characters are in the Sonic, Knuckles, whatever. I know that's unfair. That's certainly not true. Whenever I see somebody in a Sonic the Hedgehog costume, it does seem like pervert stuff. But again, it's not hurting anybody. I don't think. If anybody has done like a weird sex crime while dressed up as Sonic, don't tell me about it. But anyway, I guess there's cool people involved in this franchise. I'm glad they found something that will pay for their retirement.
Yeah. We also have The Resurrection of the Christ, Part 1 and 2.
Will be the biggest grossing movie of whatever year it comes out in. And when this comes out, just throw your phone in, put it in your freezer, freeze it in a block of ice so you can't get to it, because the discourse around this, including
throw your television away when this comes.
Were we too, because Mel Gibson will be making the press tour on every right-leaning outlet that exists. He will be all over, not just Fox News, but One American News, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. He will do all of the right-wing outlets that are kind of leaning into maybe the Jews are the problem. Have you considered that? That maybe we should just have a frank discussion about if we should do a genocide on the Jews again. Like all of that, people think I'm joking about this. If you're not up on like where YouTube right-wing discourse
is right now,
I'm telling you, there's an entire wing where the cool, edgy punk rock thing to do is to be like, well, if you think about it, in World War II, it was Churchill who was the villain. Hitler was just trying to protect Germany.
Oh yeah,
from the communists who are trying to. Mel Gibson is a part of this. He's been flirting with this kind of thing. The original Passion of the Christ flirts with this arm of Christianity, the Jews killed Jesus thing, and he is going to do the press tour, and he enjoys like kind of like touching on being kind of Nazi adjacent But this movie will be a blockbuster. They will not be able to ignore it. A studio will be happy to show it, and theaters will be happy to take the money for it. And the discourse is going to be the worst of any film ever made.
Yeah, it's going to be the worst in history.
There will be nothing like this. Because, again, if you've not seen an interview with Mel Gibson recently, I was on board with years and years ago, like right after he had his meltdown and he got drunk and then said all this stuff like to that cop, and it's like, well, the Jews are behind all the wars.
The wars in the world, yeah.
Such a weird thing to say during a drunk driving arrest. Like,
and
how
called
did that
her
even,
sugar tits?
And how did that even come up? But I was very big at the time on, it was very clear, I thought at the moment, that this is a man who has unmedicated mental illness stuff that he's medicating with alcohol. Yeah. And he's someone who, when he's drunk, says whatever he thinks will make people the most upset, as like, that's how he abuses you. It's like, well, you shouldn't, come over here, show me your tits, cop, haha. Like, and I was like, okay, let's not turn this into a freak show if he's getting help, because he's got stuff wrong with him. He's not just a jerk. Like, he's got stuff wrong with him. He needs, if he was not a celebrity, he could get into rehab and actually maybe get help. In the time since, history has not been kind to my view of Mel Gibson. It turns out no matter how well or unwell he is, he's just a very hardcore right-wing, not just a Christian conservative, but a conspiracy Christian conservative where the Jews are behind it all and the wokeness is a satanic force. And so there's I
was just going to say, for people that maybe aren't aware, his father, Hutton Gibson, is a notorious Holocaust denier. A very, very infamous one.
And at the time, I was very big on, look, you can't blame a guy whose dad was born in 1920 or whatever for having, like, his dad being a jerk. Like, you can't, Arnold Schwarzenegger's dad was like Nazi adjacent.
A Nazi police officer.
You can't blame the kid for what their dad was into, but Mel Gibson has made his own. It's like, no, he has very much have picked up the torch on that. And what's different now from when the original film came out is there's an ecosystem of podcast, YouTube, Twitch streams that have enormous audience of young males that will use this as a springboard to talk about the stuff they already like to talk about, and how COVID was a Jew conspiracy to do whatever that it was to install socialism or whatever the thing is. That's all going to come bubbling up as part of the press tour for this film, I'm predicting. If I'm wrong, I will be happy to admit that I was wrong. I think this is going to be a terrible time to be a person with a working screen.
Yeah.
I love how clippable a lot of the things you said have been. Sure. People can just take some bits.
That's fine.
No, I do. I also predict this will make a lot of money, and I want to say now, don't be too disheartened by it, because it's sort of the same reason like the Fox network, at least was, not anymore, the #1 network. It's not because there's more people like that. It's just because there's less content for people, for perhaps our like, there's less like big budget things that are far right leaning, so they're going to jump on it and they're going to eat it up.
There's also plenty of elderly people who just think, oh, it's finally a movie for me about the life of Christ.
Most people are not online.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of just religious.
And they remember Mel Gibson as like the charming Lethal Weapon guy from the 80s. Like,
and he had that trouble 20 years ago, but he had
a drinking problem. But
who do you guys think is going to play Jesus?
We already know.
Is it Johnny Depp?
It's not. No, it's an actor I don't recognize. They did not get Jim Caviezel back.
Mark Wahlberg.
Sadly, no. It's an actor.
God, that would be Jesus.
That would be incredible.
It's incredible.
I would be there day one. I'd be opening night.
I'm back from the dead.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Just ripped out of his mind. Just bulging with muscles.
We're also getting Godzilla X Kong Supernova. They just keep making them, and I just
Another
keep
Adam
watching
Wingard one.
Sure.
Probably. Legend of Zelda. That's the
This
big
will be the most toxic film.
The set photos from this movie look like a bunch of children filming it in their backyard. The
Yes.
costumes look like Halloween costume. What is going on? Is this like a big production?
I think this is actually about set photos. If you ever go back and look at set or like production photos that get released before a trailer, they all look like dog shit.
Okay.
They always look like dog shit. And I don't know why. I think maybe because they're not filming it on the regular camera. They haven't done color correction, whatever. But you always see them and go, that looks like the worst thing ever. And then you watch the trailer and you go, oh, okay, just show me that. Just show me that instead. That's my optimistic guess. We also have Star Wars Starfighter.
Now, what is that? What is that one?
Fine.
What is Star Wars Starfighter? How does this fit into the?
I don't know. I just think the name is because it's Star Wars Star War Doer. Like it's just I don't know. Just
it's a terrible title. But I'm saying, is it who is?
Sean Levy is making it, and it is. I think we talked about it as being sort of like the idea of being like a Top Gun type thing. It's got Ryan Gosling, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, Amy Adams.
Okay, so it's a blockbuster. This will float to summer 2027.
Yeah, that'll be fun. There's also what else we got here? Fucking Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. That's the animated one. I have to say, I love the look and everything. I'm really annoyed with what they've done because they made the last one a two-parter that basically like cuts off at where like a third act would go. Yeah, where it's like just finish it, and then they're like, okay, and now 5 years later we'll finish it, and it's like, why did you do that? Why just make the fucking movie?
From what I've heard, there was a lot of. This was a very troubled production. There was a lot of.
So they're like, we just have to stop making the movie.
It just, it wound up it being split into two movies, and I don't know. I'm regurgitating some information secondhand, so I don't know.
No, but
any
it does
details
feel
or anything.
like,
but you can sort of tell it kind of really went off the rails here. Like what?
Yeah,
you're splitting this into two parts, and part two is coming out half a decade later.
Yeah, it really. I don't know, man. I love the look of these, and they're really fun and cool. It's just. Very frustrating.
Really bungled it. It's like a Stranger Things once again.
Yeah. Here's the dumbest movie opinion any of your listeners will hear all month. The first of these, the Spider-Man anime. What was the first one called?
Into the Spider-Verse.
I had to stop watching. I watched it on Netflix. It gave me a headache.
Oh,
they were doing a weird like blurry background thing. It was like a 3D, but not 3D. But it's like it started to give me like a migraine. I had to stop watching it. It hurt my eyes, and I don't know why.
Yeah, Tom, I don't know if you remember. We watched it together. I had to leave the theater. I don't know if you remember that, but I stepped out of the theater.
No, I don't.
I thought I was having a medical issue. I was like, "There's something wrong with me." No, I'm right there with you, Jason. There's something about it that clearly is doing something.
Marina straight up can't watch them because she has epilepsy.
Yeah, they're gorgeous
it felt like it was going to short circuit my brain. That's fascinating. I thought that was just me or something with my TV, kind of just something with the refresh rate or something. But it messed with me, and I've never finished it. I was afraid to come back to it because I couldn't pay attention to what was going on in the story because it was like, oh, this hurts my eyes. Anyway, what such a weird reason for not seeing a movie, but
it's too bad because it does look really cool. But boy, it's. Anyway.
Yeah, it's hard. We got Shrek 5, no notes, perfect. Sure. Man of Tomorrow, the next Superman.
Just put out Shrek with the Chris Farley audio.
Minecraft movie sequel, that's inevitable. Sure. Miami Vice,
weird one.
Gonna try that again, are we?
Yeah.
We already had the best case scenario with Michael Mann making it.
Yeah. A Quiet Place Part 3. Did you guys feel like they'd already made 6 of these?
They've made 3 already, right? They've made 1 and 2 and then a prequel.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But 2 was a prequel, too.
Yeah, because everybody died in the first one. such a bad premise for a horror movie. It makes no sense.
Here's what I'll say: is the newest one is a lot of. It's very good because they just ignore the other movies and they do the standalone. They make it about something else. Like the monsters, it's kind of like how The Last of Us zombies are just like there. It's like that, where the monsters are there, they matter, but they make it like they give a shit more about like the characters and the.
I understand. So it's an opportunity to create these very tense moments. I struggle to get around the fact that if Earth was invaded by what are basically wild animals, within months, they would have to pass a law saying, "Please stop killing these things. We're trying to keep some of them alive to study. Stop catching and eating the Quiet Place monsters. Some of you are keeping them as pets. I'm sorry. These things are so harmless compared to
a rhinoceros.
One drone strike, one wave of drone strikes would take out.
Drone strike.
It's like, these things got claws. They can tear you right apart. It's like, oh, that's okay. We'll just kill them from 5,000 miles away with our cruise missiles.
Have you seen what guns do?
It's we're going to weaponize the raptors in Jurassic Park. And it's like, really? I think you have better things than that.
I mean, it would be cool because I would like to own one of those. Can I have one in my house? Can I buy it from my house? Like, no, it's going to be the future of warfare. It's like, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I think I can put a saddle on it.
Yeah, I think I want one I can ride around.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's the future of warfare between me and my neighbor, maybe. Not like countries.
The future of flag football.
Prank somebody, it would be great. But it's like, no, I think this is way less dangerous than even just a person with a decent crossbow. I would be far more scared of highly trained man. Anyway, I'm sorry. I have terrible movie opinions, listeners. I should have revealed that before.
But I did not like A Quiet Place for the same reasons you didn't, where it requires all the characters to be dumb. A lot
of suspension of disbelief. And it's like, man, how are we going to get out of this? It's like, well, I don't know. Maybe if you hadn't made every single decision you'd made.
Yeah, number one, don't have a baby.
Maybe don't get pregnant here
during the noise apocalypse.
That's number one.
They're gonna make a Simpsons movie sequel. Sure, I think for them it's like
2027 will be 20 years after the original Simpsons movie.
And when
the itself came out like 20 years after the show premiered.
When that movie came out, people were like, now they're doing a Simpsons movie? This long after everybody has stopped caring about The Simpsons? Like, hey, 20 years later, we're going to do it again.
Sure. A new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem sequel. Did you guys see that?
I did. We covered it.
I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It has a Beyond the Spider-Verse thing, so it might make your head explode, Jason.
It never goes it doesn't do the constant changing up of the style. So, you'll know right away if it's going to give you a headache.
Yeah. The Batman Part 2.
No more Zoe Kravitz.
Then I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I'm enjoying the gritty Batman.
The Penguin was very good. Did you?
I need to watch.
You need to watch the Penguin. Jason, did you watch the Penguin?
No, but everybody says it's great.
I just like the arms race of
pretty good.
My Batman's grittier, and then mine is grittier. Mine is grittier, and I want to see Mr. Freeze in this. Yeah. I want to see gritty Mr. Freeze, a guy going around with a Cool Whip or something, and he's just injecting them in people like a serial killer. I want, gritty it up. Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Gremlins 3.
Who's making this?
It's the writers of Final Destination and it's Christopher Columbus directing, and it's Spielberg. My note to them, if I could reach out and speak to them. And I don't think people would agree. I'd say more like 2, less like 1.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
That is nothing has ever been less likely to happen than that.
Yeah.
The film that killed what should have been $1 trillion franchise. It should have been made 30 of these films by now, but no.
Joe Dante's like, you want a part 2?
I'll give you a fucking part 2.
Screw all of you, including the audience. Screw you too.
Especially the audience.
Yeah.
You are idiots for watching this and for having paid money for it. It was a perfect movie. You should have let Sleeping Dogs Lie. The first one was a perfect little masterpiece. It did not need more. If it needs more, I'm going to make a movie about how stupid an idea it is to make. It's like that fourth Matrix film that was made purely out of spite.
Spite. It's the Gluttony, Murder, and 7 as a movie.
Yeah.
It's like, you want it?
I forgot about that fourth Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
Really
that thing is real nihilistic. Frozen 3, no surprises. It'll be fine.
Good luck coming up with a song for that one.
Oh, yeah. They're never going to get that high. But I do like that we're just like, they're like superheroes. So let's just make superhero films. Like, she has ice powers. So let's use those to like...
She's a demon that rules all of Arendelle.
Yeah.
The demon
Avengers,
lord of Arendelle.
Yeah. Avengers Secret Wars, which, God.
Is this the sequel to Doomsday?
This is going to be part 2 of Doomsday.
Oh, Jesus.
It's going to be the end game to Doomsday's Infinity War, buddy.
So I think Doomsday is actually just going to be like, remember Captain America Civil War was just like another Avengers? I think Doomsday is going to just be a Fantastic Four. It's going to be so Fantastic Four heavy because they have to like integrate them into it. I think this is the actual this is going to be the big one,
Fighting
right?
Dr.
Captain
Doom.
America. Yeah, and Cody told me this, and Tom, I think you confirmed this, is that the reason Secret Wars was even conceived
Sell toys.
is because they tried to combine statistically the two words that would sell the most toys, and they found that kids liked Secret and Wars, and this will be no different. So
it was a comic book. It was a comic book miniseries created to sell the action figure line.
Yeah, expect fucking Professor X to punch Tom Hardy.
Yes,
it's going to be that. It's going to be that shit. It's going to be how many action figures.
Right. You're
can
right.
we just cram together?
Doomsday could be like a traditional Avengers movie where it's the Avengers coming together to battle Doctor Doom and then segues into Secret Wars, which is where they all get cast to the Beyonders planet and have to fight each other in a big battle royale.
We're going to get like comedy with Galactus. Like Galactus is going to be like
he's going to be
there, a good guy. He's going to be like MODOK in fucking Quantum Mania, where it's just going to... It's that thing where like... And this is... not a critique necessarily, where you watch first Avengers and they're like, that Loki, he's dangerous, and now it's like, we love Loki, he does jokes, he's fun,
he's part of the team.
Yeah, it's just gonna be so much noise and madness. And finally we have the hunt for Gollum. Remember that's happening? Lord of the Rings.
Right. Lord of the Rings, the hunt for Gollum is such a 30 Rock background joke idea for a movie that I cannot believe this is getting made.
It's amazing.
I cannot believe that the stewards of Tolkien's estate, whoever is watching over that, as tightly as they watch all of that, and like even that deal with Amazon, they paid $500 million for the rights to, and then they carefully kept aside, like, you can't do any of the stuff from the film trilogy. It's all got to be supplementary materials. Like, they seem to be so, but then they made like that Gollum video game. That was like the worst game ever made. And then they're making Lord of the Rings, the hunt for Gollum.
It's really funny.
Do you know what it's about?
In this? Doesn't it have Ian McKellen in it? Isn't it?
Yeah, in theory.
It's about that little period of time where they're trying to find Gollum to torture him to tell him where the ring is.
Yeah, it's about a montage, a really quick montage.
In the original Lord of the Rings.
Where he goes,
Shire
Baggins!
Baggins! So we're going to see that. We're going to see the untold story of that.
I truly don't get... does Peter Jackson know about this? Is he aware, or is he not? Does he not have a stake in?
Oh, man.
It's such a bummer. It's. I think what they need to understand, and they don't, is that remember when we joked about like Titanic 2? Like making more Lord of the Rings is to me the same thing.
Antithetical.
And they don't,
it's one
right.
story. It's not the
They just
universe,
don't understand
it's
that.
the story.
Yeah. A lot of things are that.
Yeah.
A lot of things are like making Titanic 2 that they're like, well, technically we can do more. And it's like, yeah, but this is directed by Andy Serkis, who I assume is in it. Elijah Wood's in it. I get why he needs more money to make more fucked up stuff.
Well,
He's probably like, listen, the piggy, it's running dry. I got to make more like weird fucked up stuff. And they're like, you want to play Frodo for an afternoon? And he's like, absolutely.
Get us
it's all
going to
be
more
on
toxic
green
Avengers
screen.
out of this.
Yeah. It's definitely like there's no way it's not going to be on green screen. It's just
maybe this is not going to be the final title. Maybe that's what it might where I'm hung up on it. Because it may have a title of something like the Lord of the Rings, the Shadow of Minas Tirith, or something that will seem more like epic and fantastical or magical, and not Lord of the Rings, the Hunt for Gollum.
How many are there going to be?
Oh, that's an important question.
Yeah, because I'm like, you know what? Honestly,
if this is part 1,
yeah, if this is like a 90-minute kids movie, I'd be like, you know what? Sure, you know. But if it's if this is like, part 1 of 3.
Yeah, if they're trying to kick off another trilogy or something, I'm not even. No.
Here's the thing. You can hand over the Star Wars property to any TV writer and they can make something just as good as Star Wars, because George Lucas is not J.R.R. Tolkien. And he would be the first to admit that. Tolkien created new languages for this story. Like, the naming conventions of the fictional cities are based on clever wordplay that only is funny if you have learned this language he created. And then that wordplay is based on a historical event that's in the 37th appendix of the Silmarillion. Like you don't just take Tolkien and like, I can knock out some more Tolkien stuff. Like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
You can do.
I think about
no,
this.
you cannot.
You can write some Yoda adventures. You can write a Han Solo TV show. We could get together and write a pretty cool Han Solo thing, because George Lucas just made up stuff on the fly. He did not care. He did not care about the distance between the planets or any of that crap. He just wanted to write an adventure. Tolkien did not operate that way.
Yeah. I think about this I like Rings of Power, but it must be like panic attacks every day for the writers of just being like, fuck, how do these fucking elves talk? God damn it. Like, all right, you're just whipping through the books. Like, I don't know, man. I looked it up. It won't be 2 films, but they're saying a second Lord of the Rings film is coming, just not this. So.
Ooh, I wonder what it'll be. The Hunt for Mushrooms.
Yeah.
I think at some point
Mary and Pippin were doing that morning. Sorry,
at some point they want to reboot the original trilogy.
Of course.
And make it into, I'm going to guess, 5 films.
You know what? Yeah, 5, probably 5. That's
it would be
sad,
it would be 6. Each movie would be 2 parts.
You know what? Do it every 10 years instead of doing this.
Honestly,
you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can't go back and watch the originals now because the special effects are too good. Mm-hmm. You need to update it to the worst special effects we have now to make it seem more. It's like, well, no, you can tell it's an old movie because it looks like the stuff is actually happening. Yeah. You need to make a modern version where it looks like they're all in a room, in a green room, reacting to tennis balls.
The Hobbit.
Yeah. You make The Hobbit.
I thought something was wrong when I saw that.
Yeah, because the kids today can't go back and watch the original Lord of the Rings trilogy because they get scared because they think it really happened. And you have to explain, no. Back then, the effects made it look like the stuff was actually, those orcs were guys in costumes.
Right.
Let's watch the new one where it's clear this is just pixels.
It's much safer.
Nobody's in any danger. There's nothing really, none of this is really happening. It's just a guy waving around his arms while a CGI orc swipes at him with its CGI sword. That in real life was a guy with like a stick on a tennis ball and a stick that he was waving.
Paper plate.
Anyway,
I think we're
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
I
Right?
think we're done.
That's the year. We had more
we had
notes.
more, but wow. I think that's plenty. I think that's plenty.
Any broad statements or predictions? Does anybody? I start. Remember when I was saying we should say the ones we're most excited for? We dropped that.
We
premise.
did forget about that.
No, there's so much. It's a great slate of movies. It's not like in previous years where we've looked at it and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's Avengers 3. It's Captain America 4. It's freaking Doctor Strange 6. It's
true.
It's like, no, there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of unique stuff. There's a lot of exciting young filmmakers. This is actually a pretty good film environment. I certainly hope that no corporate mergers completely obliterate the business model. We'll see.
And then we don't get half of these movies. That won't happen.
And we don't, because they get dumped direct to Netflix. And their
the
new
Odyssey on Netflix.
Or
their new rental
incinerated for a
tier
tax
where you have to pay additional money to watch this movie on Netflix, because it's like it's a Netflix exclusive premiere. You have to pay $3.99 to watch this one, or $10.99 or $20.99 or whatever rentals are. I don't know. I'm sure theatrical shouldn't go anywhere. People like going to the theater. I just worry that someday it'll be a thing that only the upper 30% of people can do, because it'll be, it'll be something for them and not for everybody, because it's so
like $50
expensive.
a ticket.
Tickets are so expensive, concessions so expensive, and the theaters will get more and more fancy, where you get theaters that serve alcohol and theaters that serve meals, and it costs $200 for your family to go do it. And the upper middle classes will love it. And then everybody, same with like concerts, everybody else will get priced out.
That's already kind of. I go alone to IMAX, right? And I don't think about it, but like, it's like $20 a ticket. If you brought your family to go see a movie in IMAX, it's probably like $100 by the time you're done with concessions.
Right? 4 kids. If you got four of them, all of them getting popcorn and drinks, you're into.
Might hit $200.
It's not the kind of thing where people. I used to know people that didn't even keep up with movie news. They would go to the theater and just look at the posters. I'll see whatever looks good. That one's got
me
Tom
and my brother
Cruise.
would go to the movies every weekend, just see whatever was out.
And it was the cheapest thing you could do. And kids' movies used to be huge because it was a 2-hour babysitter. Sit in the air conditioning. The kids will sit there and hopefully be good. They'll be entertained for a couple of hours during the course of this Disney thing, whatever. And it used to be, going all the way back to when these movies were displayed in tents, and people would shoot the screen because they thought the train was going to run over them. Like, it was always for
you can still do that.
Yeah.
Always for everybody, and that's the thing, because I think that they will continue. They'll find ways to make money from it the same way that lots of types of entertainment, the same way cruise ships find ways to make money. Like, the percentage of people that can actually afford a cruise it's like the top 25%, but that's enough that they can just market to them. If you can squeeze enough money out of them. Or watching, on-demand sporting events. Like, who's going to pay $100 to watch an MMA match? It's like, well, there's people that can afford that. And it's enough that it pays, but it's no longer for everybody. It's just for them and then everybody else who can pirate it. The rest of us are watching it on an illegal stream with like a bunch of weird pop-ups blocking the screen every once in a while.
Slots. Slots.com.
We would pitch in for stuff like that, for like wrestling pay-per-views. I remember my friends and I, it's a steep price tag, but if it's 5 or 6 dudes throwing in, then it's all right. I get your point.
I think as theaters become more and more fancy, because you can even see it now with like the recliners and it's like it's more spacious. It's like, but the whole idea is that it's not for the random dirtbag to go see just a movie in the afternoon. It's now this is for people that can afford to spend $200 for a night out, and they're, I don't know. It's just not the same thing, but maybe it won't be like that. But Netflix's point of view is like, why go through all of this? Why not just, if you can watch it in your house without leaving your house, why not just, isn't that the most pro-consumer thing, to just have it on your screen? And like,
kind of,
I don't know. Yeah. I'm sentimental about, I don't know.
Me too. No, I get it. I think there's space for both. I think big chains need to go away, because you feel it. It feels like going to the airport now, going to the movies. You feel that they're trying to squeeze
Oh, yeah.
every last penny out of you.
Hear me out. 4D. You make the seats
Hell
move
yeah.
terrifying ways, gets you real nauseous, mixes you up. Every movie theater should be 4D. Mandatory.
I agree.
Mandatory.
I agree. It elevated the experience of watching The Equalizer. It was like Denzel Washington was in the theater punching me in the back.
What did I watch in 4D? I watched Fast 10 and I had to leave. I walked out and I said, give me my money back. That was awful. It was, I was like, they're like, we usually don't give people money this late. And I was like, I have a fucking blazing headache. You're giving me my money back right now. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But if you were to experience the events of Fast X in your real life, are you telling me you would not have some adverse health events? You got the immersive experience.
I did.
You would have a terrible headache after the events of Fast X. I would have to take a long nap after experiencing all of that.
Why do you think he's bald?
Anyway, so
movies.
Hopefully, if somebody's got like a 3-hour-long flight, they need something to listen to. They'll have this episode.
Welcome.
They can.
Yeah. It's the holidays. It's people are
this
coming
is
back
coming
from
out
the
after the holidays,
actually,
so I don't know. It's for Columbus Day or whatever holiday you have in January.
Yeah,
Flying
home for Columbus Day. All right, Jason, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You want to plug at the end of this?
Sure. I'm Jason K. Pargin on all of the short form video streaming platforms where I have almost 1.8 million followers across TikTok and Reels, and people think I'm joking when I say that. I'm not. That's what I do for a living now. And also the books are just a sideshow at this point. It's what I've dedicated my entire life to perfecting that craft, but not 1 in 10,000 of my subscribers know that I even write words at all. They just think I make 2-minute long videos. And people write to me and they stop me in public. I get stopped at the grocery store and say, "Oh, I love your videos." And I'm like, "Yeah, I write."
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So I write books too. I was like, "Oh, really? What do you write? You've written a book about being a TikTok star?" Is like on the shelf next to the Rizzler's book.
The demeanor immediately changes, like you're asking them to buy your mixtape.
You could go to the Streamies, Jason, and you could get your picture taken with the Rizzler. Like, you could meet the Rizzler.
This could
happen.
happen.
A colleague.
You could meet Mr. Beast.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for doing this. This is great. I'm going to plug our Patreon, patreon.com/gamefully unemployed. If you like this, go on that. We've had over 700 podcasts on there that you can access for $5 a month. $5 damn. That includes Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder's a Maniac, Star Trek Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, Himboos, our Supernatural podcast. For a little more, you get all that, and you watch movies with us every Friday night. So check that out. Check out our Patreon.
Check it out. We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com. You can find a link to our Teespring store where we have all kinds of cool original artwork and designs by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So check that out. Please rate and review our podcast wherever you're listening. And check out our new show, Badical, Badical, also wherever you are listening.
Yes.
Movies 2026 and beyond.
I'm excited.
Me too.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as The Corlew, or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artnessbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.